Welcome to stream where everything is scuffed. Hello, hello. Oh my lord. Here we go. Directly the scuff out of the way. Yeah, I was just talking about it's fine, it's not your fault, it's my own, it's all fine. And oh my god, the chat is not. Oh my lord, here goes the frames. It bothers me. I need to fix. I need to fix. I need to fix this. You know, I was doing hours and hours upon fixing and setting everything up, and here I am having to fix something yet again because of some bullshit. Woo! Okay, here's the chat. Chat. You go down. You go up. Uh, uh, it's in a what? In the what now? Okay, that should do it. Okay, I know. Yet now when that you say it, I can read it. But before I was like, what the fuck of a jumbled mess are you typing there? Oh well. My eyes are not where they are. Everything is pretending we are. There we go. Okay. So, as I was saying, where's maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's Pfingstsonntag, Pfingsten for the Germans, and yeah, it's called Pentecost, or with Sunday, or with Sunday, with Sun. I probably butchered all these pronunciations. Here we go. Um, Anyway, it's a Christian holiday thingy that follows directly after Easter and something like that, and something. And yeah, but we don't care about that. So um, we care about the clicky ficky wiki. Where is he? Where he is? And we go to the playlist as per usual and look at the whole playlist if this is how it works. I think we only managed one. Yeah, the other ones are all downloaded still, the ones we haven't watched just yet. So here we are. Okay. Yeah, absolutely fun. Woo! And I see that the thingy is not right. Where we go? There we go. Um. Okay, like that. Okay. But anyway, Christian holiday, one way or another, we don't care about that. As a few might be able to recognize, see, I have a new overlay, and I think it's more fitting now. And yeah, it's pretty. And I have worked on this for a few on multiple days for a few hours to to get all the things where I want them to be, and it was a freebie from I'm I don't wanna go. It's either Stream Elements or something. It's a free thing. The they provide, so I took that, and I also did go out of my way because the thingy did not have a alert setup, alert um an alert image for raids, so I had to manually make one. I had to check the shade and everything, and I apparently got it wrong, so I have to do it all over again. Or I fiddle around a little bit more with the color scheme. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Um, let's get a bit of a performance in here. Yeah, it's very pretty. Okay, OBS, give it a pump up, and you know what, make it high. Make priority high. And the VR studio also high. And this gets higher as usual. Okay. So now that is done, let's okay, music stop. Music time is over. Let's go in here. If you can hear some fiddling and some strange noises, it's probably because I chill out. We are not ready yet. Okay. It's because I tried a new hairstyle and I have long hair strands to play around with, and it's it might be that I have undiagnosed ADHD. But yeah, so let's not take any much longer and just jump straight into the video and try to forget everything else. Yeah.
Disclaimer. Pokémon måste fånga fler. Åh min bästa vän, vi räddar världen om igen. Pokémon. What's the matter there, Fernando? Have you never sung Pokemon in Swedish before? My God, Fernando, you have to come over to my place. We can watch Pokemon in Swedish together. Isn't that an amazing little Friday evening? Fernando? Anyway, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses.
Oh my
Welcome to
God,
TheClick. You smell
Vlad,
absolutely
please.
astounding today. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I am very
There
excited
we go, now
to
it's
bring you
better.
today because I have prepared a glorious piece of content for
Somehow.
you. I have prepared a bingo card. Not how girls work bingo. Woo! And I even made it in dark mode because I am a very hip Zoomer-esque person, even though I'm not. Anyway, let's go through it together, shall we? To take a look at what we can expect
my
today
Lord.
from r/Not How Girls Work Bingo. A man wrote this, pretty classic, you know, when you see rage bait text for like some weird fantasy fanfic kind of writing thing, and it's so obvious it's not a woman who made it. Victim blaming, can't have a bingo without victim blaming, isn't that wholesome and sweet? Made up stats. Did you know that 78% of stats are made up? So anyway, bad anatomy can't have this without bad anatomy. We have Twitter alpha males, fake naughty facts. I made this up to get mad about. You know when people have a shower argument with themselves, but then for some reason decide to make like a Wojak meme of it? Yeah, this is that. No means blank. Insert something that isn't no, apparently. Something, kids and family, because that... very nice. What the frick? Kind of like a free square, isn't it? Barely literate, which is very funny because I misspelled it the first time I made this bingo card. Let's see if there are any misspellings in here. We will see. I can tell you're gay. There's some wild theories about how you can tell a woman is gay, and none of them are correct, and there are plenty of them in these kind of videos. We have our beautiful little emoji square. Can't have a bingo without that one. Period. Question mark. Periods are a very mysterious thing. Apparently, it's like one of the great mysteries of the universe. Bad analogies, salute logic, purity stuff, endorsing abuse, gatekeeping, down bad, pickup artistry, age stuff, which is always a treat, sloot shaming, pointless gender war, and actually wholesome. Sparkles! I am looking forward to see if we actually get an actually wholesome. It's gonna be so good. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack, and come along on this bingo-esque journey with me. Enjoy. Mwah. Ah, we got some pictures of dresses. On behalf of all men, we hateer this. Why do you do the hate with that little hate? Okay. It's so nice of straight men to let lesbians have all the hot women. Wait, what is this argument about? It's about the little bump with dresses. Why do you spell it like hate? Do I even have anything on the bingo card that would do? I would just put it on the emoji, I think. It's just like, what? Is this something people argue about? When people have way too little problems. My 29M GF33F of 1 year broke up with me over her own misunderstandings of the naughty stuff. Let's see how accurate that is. A few weeks ago, I came to my GF and asked straight up, would you never want to have naughties? Is it because you're busy? Does it not feel good? Is there anything I can do to help? She says back that she doesn't like my style. Asking more specifically what the problem is, she finally tells me it's because I prefer the stuff when things go inside of other things, but she wants me to not do that, but do other things that involve other parts of your body. Really, we're skirting around the demonetization, aren't we? I say, okay, sure, we can do that sometime if it makes her happy. But the fact that she doesn't, from regular, seems like a problem. I encouraged her to go to the doctor, and she called me a misogynist, which she's never done before. And it made me really angry. So I called her a birch. And she stormed out the door. Man, what a... Okay. She slept on the couch for 2 days and just wouldn't go near me. Finally, she comes to me and says, "You haven't been listening to my own feelings, and that's hurtful. There is nothing wrong with not enjoying this sort of stuff. It's a personal choice." I told her she really needs to get herself checked. But my bro, preferences are absolutely fine. If she's telling you that she struggles to reach the zenith of experience from one particular course of action, you can improvise and you can compromise and you can do things together and figure out what works best for the both of you. This just seems very stonewally for no reason and insisting it's like a medical issue. This is not a medical issue. It's just a preference. I told her she really needs to get herself checked just to make sure there's nothing wrong. Perhaps some underlying disorder that's preventing her from enjoying naughties. Yes, indeed. It can't possibly be me not listening to my partner at all. She must be completely broken. Oh, yes, indeed, Mr. Doctor. Can you please fix her so she actually enjoys being with me? It could also be psychological. You see, we have two pieces of the armchair. One piece of it, can I bring this up? No, one piece of it is psychological armchairing, and the other one is doctor armchairing. You have both. For a reason. It could also be psychological, like she needs to open her mind to the possibility of enjoyment. Anyway, she broke up with me for this. You know, all this stuff, and I would listen to my partner. I insist she's broken. Anyway, she broke up with me for some reason. I don't freaking know, man. Anyway, she broke up with me just for this, saying that I was calling her crazy. Well, not sure what I could have done there. I tried to help her, and she just freaked out on me. Sometimes you can't win with women. I mean, you started off by calling her a birch when she raised her concerns. You don't want to try different things or meet her halfway. You don't really listen to what she has to say, and if something isn't to your specific liking, it's because she has an underlying medical issue, both psychological and physically. Yeah, no, I can see why she's looking for stuff elsewhere, yeah? Nothing turns me on more than having to ask my partner to consider my naughties every time we have naughties. Have you considered that you're mentally broken? This dude. But don't threat people at home. We have something just for this. A bingo card, yes indeed. Nothing gets the bodily stuff flowing quite like a bingo card. Anyway, let's see. What do we have here? It's kind of like Bad Anatomy. What the frick? And let's see now. What can we have here? Honestly, I would probably put this under fake naughty facts. It's kind of accurate. He's just making stuff up about his partner to justify why she likes something different than he does. It's not that people have preferences. It's that everyone that doesn't like what I do is broken. Breaking news. The average woman has had naughties with over 1,000 different men before she reaches the age of 30. Oh my god. Wait a second, how does the math actually math? Because if the average woman, it's the average, mind you, would do it with 1,000 dudes, where do all the dudes come from? Why isn't the average dude doing it with 1,000 women too? Or are they insisting it's so like ridiculously skewed that the average dude still has it with 0 just because like there are 5 dudes in the world that do it with 1,000,000 women, and then every woman does it with 1,000 dudes, there's 1,000 is that the logic here? Oh my god. Let's see, let me do a bit of calc here on this one. Let's see, 12 times 365 divided by 1,000 is at 4.38. So to achieve this, the average woman, average mind you, needs to do the deed with a new man every 4 days, from the day she turns 18 to the day she turns 30. So it's not even like in a relationship, like having intimacy on a regular basis. It's a new person every 4 days. That is exhausting. Oh my god, no. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put this under. Oh, we already have this one. Fake naughty fact. Okay, it's definitely under fake naughty facts, isn't it? I'm gonna also pop this one under sleut logic, because it's some kind of weird underlying rage baity fanfic stuff going on. I don't know, man. I hope this article is like some some onion stuff because, fam. When Encanto came out, I immediately disliked it because the characters were fugly. I am pretty sure every little girl thought the same. Don't believe me? Ask a little girl if she wants to be compared to Princess Jasmine or the fat Encanto character. Even if a girl in reality does look like that character, the last thing she wants is to be reminded about it. Wait, what? Wait, so the takeaway here is that we can never have realistic-esque characters because people are so ugly and miserable that if they see someone relatable, they're gonna be reminded of how ugly they are. Oh, but the implications of this tweet is so juicy. And when I say juicy, I mean like that, liquid stuff that gathers on the bottom of a trash can. Oh my god. Do we...
The thing also is, Disney movies are made for kids. Kids don't care.
Do we have it? I'm gonna put I'm gonna put this on what the frick? God, I'm losing. I can't even. I'm sweating, and we're like 10 minutes into the video. 90% of countries in the world have the age of consent at age 16. It is only the US, England, and South Korea that have it at 18. A girl usually starts menstruating at...
Meanwhile, Europe be like, no, wait. This guy is literally this. This guy is literally this. He's Europe and he's like this. Anyway.
The age of 12 to 14. And their boobs begins to plump and see us releasing eggs. Why are you talking about kids? Okay, oh my god. Her body is ready to become pregnant. You see, just because something is biologically possible doesn't mean it's good. I wouldn't make the argument that boys are like ready to be good mature parents from the moment they like hit puberty and start being able to like do that kind of stuff. There's a vast difference. Nature isn't like inherently good or correct. Society is at a point where we don't have to deal with all the BS of nature. Cancer is natural, for God's sake. It is only in the Anglosphere that we've infantilized girls that have reached menstruation. We're infantilizing 12-year-olds. In reference to like adult stuff. Great. Okay, thank you for that argument. Throughout all of human history, a girl was considered a fully sexually, that's a word apparently, mature woman by age 16. This goes for men too. A boy was considered an adult by age 12. He had adult responsibilities. Yeah, but they also like didn't go to school and stuff, fam. It was different.
And the mortality rate was mind-boggling. If you compare the times, you would be considered 30 or 40 years old in that time period once you reach the age of 20. So, fuck off.
Times, and maybe they have changed for the better. No, like people used to die in the coal mines, for God's sake. It was treated by the law as though he was a fully grown man, but now a male is not considered a grown man until he's 30. Okay, I mean, apart from the fact that the legal age is...
Tell on yourself without telling me you're telling on yourself. That guy from that post.
18. Then the US can be like a little bit like, alcohol when you're 21, right? That's the one, which I've always found a bit weird. Here it's alcohol at 18, and then you can buy alcohol from the liquor store when you're 20. So, I mean, different times come at slightly different times, I suppose. But I'm gonna put this one under barely literate because, goddamn, if you can't even spell the word naughty, you shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff, man. What the heck? And before people in the comments are like, but Click maybe don't speak English as your first language. Neither do I, and I'm dyslexic as hell. This is a no-go, fam. If someone writes this kind of stuff, I'm gonna shame them for their grammar. Failures of feminism. I don't need a man, you see, and she has a man-shaped lump of cats glued together in her bed.
To say the truth, I would want the cats. I rather have all the cats than the person who made that fucking post. Not even a competition. I take the cats. Bye.
Oh my god, disgusting. People having pets? Ah, females realize themselves only through us, I guess it tries to say. They literally depend on our simple presence in their life. Ultimate proof of it is exactly their negation of it. Ultimate proof of it is exactly their negation of it. Does that even mean anything? This just sounds like padding in like a high school essay. Females always say opposite. What are you even talking about? Well, just to begin, we're gonna put congrats. I'm so glad I had this square. There's like a Venn diagram between the literacy and these kind of opinions, isn't it? Dear God. This is me, and I am a dude. 2 dogs and a cat. I promise you, I am at peace. Oh my god, we have some good comments in here. Facebook has slightly restored my faith in humanity. Ain't no room for a man in that bed. This is adorable. That has more likes than the other one. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna pop these ones under actually wholesome. I was gonna scroll these comments and I thought they were all gonna be garbage, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. There are some normal people, even on alpha male Facebook comments. I'm guessing it's because the post was like a little bit outside of their typical demographic, which is great. Actually, I put this not as compensating for the lack of a man, but compensating for the lack of a child. A lot of people have a desire to raise and nurture a child, but due to a variety of factors, they opt for something easier than a human child. Particularly cats are chosen because they are seen as independent and easy to care for. They actually aren't, but also people who hoard cats tend to be, I'm not sure what the... Okay. Well, there is a slight point to it, I suppose. Kids are expensive. It's a very big commitment, so if you want to have something in your house, for example, to make it feel less empty, pets are a pretty good option. And also houses nowadays are ridiculously expensive if you want to have, like, more room for a family and that kind of stuff. So, like, half a gold star for, like, acknowledging some economic factors and stuff that has changed throughout the generations, but I don't want to read the rest of this comment because I'm suspecting it goes in a really, really wild direction. So I told my boyfriend I was having my period, and he said, "Again? You know what? You're right. I'm going to cancel that monthly subscription." It's so easy, isn't it? It's cheaper too because you cancel the subscription. You know what that means? Period, question mark. Yes, indeed. We have period science here today on the channel. Now I can mark this video as educational. I have actually played Bad Company. I think, anyway. All those types of game morph into one for me, if I'm honest. But you still buy every Lego game because that's different from the last one. Hey, that's different. XD. Can I ask you something? Yeah. Why don't you want to be more than friends? I would just like a reason so maybe I could improve myself for the next girl. It's not about improvement. It's about meeting someone who...
Oh, I know this one. Oh my lord, it's getting unhinged real fast, real soon. Here we go.
likes you. So nothing I do would make me good enough for you? I don't want you to do anything. I don't expect you to. I want to know where I can get better. It depends on the person. Some girl wants a guy with a short hair, but then if you get a haircut, you're less attractive to the girls who like long hair. What I'm trying to say is we aren't a hive mind. We aren't the Borg with a long list of things that we like and don't like. It depends on the individual. The best version of you is just right now for the right person, and some girls will never find you attractive, but that's okay. Like you? Don't make this about me. How would you change me to be your perfect guy? I don't have a perfect guy. Stop dodging questions. I don't have a perfect guy. Do I need to repeat myself again? Unless you want me to list generic things like kind, not an aggressive asshole. Oh, you think I'm aggressive, basically? Well, you do have punch holes in your door. A lot of guys do. I mean, okay, that's where the bar is, I guess. So was this helpful for you? So tell me why you don't want to go on a date. Not even one, then decide after. Because when I look at you, I don't feel anything. I don't find you personally attractive in any way, even a little. You don't do anything for me physically either. Not only that, you're the type of guy I'm afraid to say no to. All of these things add up to someone I would not want to be romantic with in any sort of way. I am not being harsh, I am being honest with you. I am not gonna change just for you, but that's what she said though. She already said that you shouldn't. You should
That's
find
the
someone
point.
that matches your God. Oh my God, it's like teaching a monkey mathematics. I don't want you to. I can find someone better. Good! I want you to. Last chance before I go. Goodbye! And good luck. Salute! Nothing like parting on good terms. Yes, indeed. Hey there, I'm asking for constructive input and being really pushy about it to the point the person is just 100% blunt, but still pleasant about it. You ended up by calling them a salute. And also backpedaling, I'm not gonna change it. That was the point. That's what they told you. You shouldn't change for someone. At least change who you are. You can always improve who you are, right? And any relationship usually comes with a bit of compromise, or at the very least you have to put time into it that maybe you would put somewhere else if you were single. That goes with just being an adult and spending time with people where both people have to be in on spending time with each other. But this is pretty wild, and if you're on a dating app telling people you just randomly punch holes in your walls, that doesn't make people feel safe or welcome. My God. I think a very good takeaway when it comes to dating and stuff in general is that you have to work on yourself before you can be happy in a relationship. A relationship isn't going to magically fill a hole or fix something you're already struggling with. You can get support for things if you're in a relationship or from close friends and family and that kind of stuff, but you shouldn't try to fix something with a relationship. You need to be stable enough first before you jump into bigger things that involve more people. This goes for relationship or starting families or what have you. Alright, ladies and gents, we do have a bingo card for these exact situations. I'm not really sure what would fit here, honestly. It's not like any anatomy or anything like that. I mean, it's sort of down bad. I would put it under down bad, not really for the typical reasons like when people just send DMs and they're overly in the mood for naughties and just go way too far, way too fast, but it's kind of like that, but in a very negative way. It's very weird and uncomfortable. I repeat this again, shocked emoji. Wearing an ankle chain is the sign of a lesbian or prostitute. Look at this shocked emoji in flames. Look at that if you have this little ankle thing. It's right there. It's so clear this is science. Anyway, speaking of science, I have a bingo card for this exact thing. I can tell that you're gay. I knew I put it there. For a reason. I've had that happen in videos before where I didn't have the square when it's stuff like, if a girl wears a backpack, then she's probably gay. You know, stuff like that. I knew it was going to show up. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like the modern meme bingo version of Nostradamus. Hell yeah. A woman in my office is going through a breakup, and the work guys chat was trying to think of something nice to do for her. And one of the guys very sincerely said, women like mac and cheese, right? Maybe we can do something with that? He's right though. This is the only version of boys will be boys that I'll accept. That is so wholesome and sweet though. It's kind of the same feeling as when
It's
your puppy
cute.
knows that you're sad and comes to cheer you up and like boop you with his nose and stuff like that. It's the same kind of feeling. Encourage puppy-esque behavior in offices. That sounds really weird out of context, doesn't it? But you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah. Every
It's
girl
just
on
cute.
Tinder must be over 6 foot, drive, be athletic, and a 6-figure salary. Not here often. Message me on Instagram. All her pictures are group photos. 87% chance it's the fat one. Definitely into BDSM. Buy my premium Snapchat. Not here for hookups, but will send nudes after 20 minutes. Just a dude with a gender bender filter. Probably reads a book and likes art. That's it. That's her personality. I mean, at least she isn't posting cringe, right? Some stupid heckin' Snapchat filter in every picture, and her bio probably says family first. Okay, it's been a few years since I've been on any kind of dating app, but but the stupid dog filters and stuff, I'll agree on that one. That one sucks. I think where like posts like this sort of miss the mark is the fact that you probably have encountered people like this if you've ever done online dating. I relate to a lot of these ones, like the random spam accounts that are just there for marketing purposes, or the like weird filters, or the catfishing or stuff like that. Stuff like this is things you encounter when you do online dating. Online dating is a very frustrating place for most people for different reasons. But the conclusion is like odd because it's trying to like blame women as a group for like, hey, online dating attracts weird stuff like spam accounts, bots, and people trying to market their social medias instead of what the purpose is actually for, is it wastes your time. But it's a weird way to put the blame on it. Like, I get, sex bots that spam my YouTube comments right when I release a new video, and I have to sit and, like, block accounts for the first 15 minutes every time I release a video, because YouTube doesn't really do anything about it. Does this mean that I'm, like, blaming women because there's a pair of hodonkama dorkers in the profile picture of the bot? No, of course not. It's a problem with YouTube and their lack of moderation when it comes to this stuff. And I would argue the same thing goes for these kind of dating apps. They just attract things that aren't particularly fun to deal with if you're genuinely there for dating. This isn't like a gender war issue. It's just platforms being very silly. If she breaks up with and dies, hair, she's taking at least 4 PPs this month. What is like Vittu and dice? Her here. Okay, I have something for this. I'm starting to feel a bit bad that I had this on the card, because maybe people are like genuinely struggling with it. Maybe they're like super dyslexic like I am. But use a spell checker for God's PPs this month. Platforms being very silly.
Okay.
If she breaks up with...
Okay. It says if she breaks up with you and dyes her hair.
And dice. Hair. She's taking it.
Yeah, it's if she breaks up with you and dyes her hair, she's taking at least 3. Yeah, this month. I know I'm 80 plus and everything and all that shit and jazz but it's I just copy it.
At least 4 PPs this month. What is like Vittu and dice? Her here. Okay, I have something for this. I'm starting to feel a bit bad that I had this on the card, because maybe people are like genuinely struggling with it. Maybe they're like super dyslexic like I am. But use a spell checker for God's sake. If you're gonna have really strong opinions about stuff, I mean, Jesus God, no. Oh my God. Okay, one thing about like language policing and grammar and that kind of stuff, it's usually kind of like nitpicky and stupid, but in certain cases I feel it's justified. And this is one of them. You mean you are a lesbian? What's okay. That's a nice spelling. Yes. Let me see your butt if that is true. What the actual frick, dude? I just want to see it, and I'll believe you, okay? Why does that prove anything? And why do I have to prove anything to you in the first place? You see, lesbians don't ask questions like this. They just do it for you to know that they are real, okay? You are not one. Stop acting strange, you see.
I don't think if I would ask the person who always did give me head pads and when lunchtime came around where I was a trainee, um, that she would do it. At least not to a dude she not knows. If we're good friends and all, she would just do it for the shits and giggles. Let's be honest. Am I far off, milady? I am waiting with delay and things. Dum, 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 dum. I'm not sure if I can say her name, so I'm doing it in a roundabout way, milady. Please. No, I don't want to have your bird. I don't want to see your bird. The last post was something like about a guy asking for a butt pic because he wanted for her to prove that she's a lesbian. I would, I think she would not um, do that as well because, yeah. Oh, if it would be people she knew about, uh, and would be comfortable with, she would probably just do it for the shits and giggles. That's my take. Yeah, to that guy, probably not.
I'm not the one acting strange, asking people for butt pictures to prove their sexuality to me. You're the weird one for not sending me butt pictures. Because
And yeah, I'm not saying about bad pictures and absolutely naked. She would probably just and fully clothed and make jokes about it. Yeah. You are also of a sexual type from in the form of you see how they did the cloning and shit in Star Wars? Yeah, let's do that. That's your take on procreation. Anyway,
everyone knows that if you actually were lesbian, you would just as spontaneously send me a butt picture because I know so many lesbians. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna put that on the bingo card. I can count that you're gay. God, this is so stupid. How would it even prove anything? You know, the first point is very valid. Why would you even need to prove it? You know, it's a really weird thing to insist on.
See,
But
I told you
how
she
would it
would
even
do
work?
it.
I'm intrigued to see the expansion of like the scientific logic behind this, because I don't think there is any, and that always makes it incredibly funny. That's what friends are for. Ha 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 ha. Friendship between women. A woman doesn't come home one night. The next day, she tells her husband she had slept over at a girlfriend's house. The husband calls his wife's 10 best friends. None of them know anything about it. Friendship between men. A man doesn't come home one night. The next day, he tells his wife he had slept over at a friend's house. The wife calls her husband's 10 best friends. 8 of them confirm he had slept over, and 2 claim that he's still there. You see, it's funny because everyone is cheating, and that's great. Yippee.
Lesbians! We're lesbians! Bikini tops and hand-holding. Girls kissing girls, not kissing you. Lesbians!
Hello, I am very rich.
Bisexuals!
Very is a very odd first name. But anyway, yeah, that's... Okay, wait a second. Wait, I have something on the bingo card for this. Oh, I'm so happy that this post reminded me. Let's see. Yes, I have this one. I made this up to get mad about. I knew I put this on the card for a reason. Look, fam. We all have like shower arguments where we like revisit arguments from the past, for example. Or, you know, you had this annoying Karen client at work, and like 2 years later in the shower, you'll think of like the snazzy comeback you should have told him in the moment. We all do that, right? But I don't think we turn it into like rage bait comics online to be like, haha, I won the argument I made up. Convenient how that works. Top 10 reasons why men prefer guns. Number 10, you can trade an old 44 for a new 22. Oh, so it's like a list, you know, and everything is kind of like an innuendo for a woman, if you will. Okay, I see where this is going. Number 9, you can have one gun for home and another gun for the road. Yeah, like when you go to Walmart and stuff and just have to shoot your way through the line. Yeehaw. 8, a friend will let you try out his gun if you asked him. I think this guy is just like Polly in the closet. Am I the only one who gets that vibe? 7, your primary gun doesn't care if you keep another gun on its side. They're all just looking for a poly relationship, although I'm not sure if they would be fine with their partner also being poly. Maybe that's where it like goes a bit astray. Number 6, a gun will not leave
Why
you
are
if
not
you run
poly?
out of
Why
ammo.
want a harem?
What was oh, is it like a money thing? Is it a money? I thought of something
An
completely
absolute
different. It's
control
like out of ammo
over
with a
anything.
gun with the whole innuendo. I thought of something completely different. You know? Number 5, a gun doesn't need a walk-in closet. Now we're getting really specific. I mean, a gun, at least where I come from, needs pretty heavy regulations where it comes to gun lockers. I'm not sure how it works everywhere in the US, but at least in Sweden, if you want, for example, a hunting rifle, it's very strict that you always have to have it locked up. You can't, like, be away for very long without, like, leaving it there with anyone overseeing it. And you'd have special safety boxes for it that are locked and, like, drilled into the floor and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, man. They kind of do, though. A gun kind of need a walk-in closet. Number 4, a gun will function normally each and every day of the month. Except when they jam, I guess. Number 3, a gun doesn't ask, does this holster make me look fat? Guns don't normally speak. What is this list? Number 2, a gun doesn't care if you fall asleep after you use it. You just spontaneously fall asleep on, like, the shooting range? That is really concerning. Number 1, you can buy a silencer for a gun. Okay. Like the first one is just,
This
oh my god, we have a
person
creepy
is
age
telling
on
on
the first one. Train all
himself so
44 for a
hard.
fresh 22. We have a bit of age stuff. Hell yeah, we have age stuff, and also the most beautiful one. Wait, I have it somewhere. Hold on. Where did it go? Bad analogy. Boom. Yes, indeed. What are women like today? Oh my god, we have a bingo!
Jesus!
Yeah, baby.
That scared
have
me.
Barely literate. I can tell you're gay. Emoji, period, question mark, and bad analogy. I'm so happy. If we get some Twitter alpha male going, and a man wrote this, we have 2 more bingos. This is going so well. Man, I love winning games that I made for myself. You should try it more often. Like, half of this list just gave me poly vibes, but then the other half is just absolutely unhinged, and some of it really concerning regarding, like, your own health. You should check that out. Damn. I love you. I love you. You're a birch. I love you. I love you and I love you. birch? Theory confirmed. No matter how many times you say I love you to a woman, she will always see the bad things. Why do you capitalize the first letter of every single word? I mean, I think that's just normal for humans, though. If you had a coworker you said good morning to every day, and then one day you would randomly tell them to throw themselves in a ditch, they would probably, like, emphasize the ditch throwing a bit more than just the good morning stuff. I think this is how it goes now.
Steve is upset that I said something mean to him, but I've told him good morning 5 times this week. Does that mean nothing?
Says the person who's apparently never met a human before. What? If she uses these, she's a hoe. Like a towel, okay. If she uses these, she's a wife. Oh, that's how it goes. This is an accurate science. Yes, indeed. I have a degree in bathroom random item correlation with wifey materials. Trust me. Women can't use towels. Okay. What about a boy like me? Lol, my dude, I basically just told you I like girls. You can't say that if never tried boys. Emoji. That's like saying you can't say you're straight if you haven't tried the same gender. It's different with boys, plus girls are bi usually. Ah, yes indeed. Where did I find this fine stat, you might ask? Oh, I made it the fuck up. Let's see, do we have anything on Bungo for this? I'm just gonna put it in this one because it's just kind of funny. It's like, how can you know you don't like men if you don't sleep with them on the reg? And it's like, but why? How do you know that you don't like men if you don't sleep with them? It doesn't work like that. You would understand if you were not a woman. This guy, probably.
My water broke. Put makeup on and go. Get to the hospital now. Install this woman simulator game.
What do you do when your water breaks? Do you go to the hospital or do you put on makeup first? Yes, indeed. Very. Let me know in the comments, fellow Whammon trademark. What would you do? I swear to God, the mobile game industry always keeps surprising me, but it's like in a bad way. You know when you think you're at rock bottom? You know, you reach bedrock in Minecraft, and you're like, oh, this...
Finding the turn wheel to stop the water from flowing and going like everywhere. Yeah. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a farm people thing, like a village people thing, and not a city people thing. I don't know.
the end of the world. But then you have a pickaxe that can just magically mine through bedrock. You know, that's the feeling I have with these ads. Somehow, they just dig right past it. How men do shopping. Start and zip, zip, and finish. How women do shopping. Finish. You see, I made this meme. Who actually makes this? Someone actually sat down in like Paint or something, grabbed a blueprint from some random store, and just went with a little pencil tool like... That's...
Second.
Who actually make shopping?
This right here is how it did feel like going shopping with my mom for wallpaper or tires. We searched hours through all the wallpapers. And it's the rough wallpapers that have you you basically touch it and it's not smooth and all that. That wallpapers. I don't know word English. English is difficult. Um, we found wallpaper 1, let's say. Then we kept on going. We found wallpaper 2, wallpaper 3, and she was like, okay, let's see if we can find wallpaper 1 again. We did not find wallpaper 1 before we found wallpaper 24. We have found 24 wallpapers before we found wallpaper 1. In that span, we discarded the possibility of finding wallpaper 1 again, and other wallpapers for that matter we found before this. So we were in there finding wallpaper 17, let's say, and when we wanted to like compare it to wallpaper 15, can't find it. And suddenly there is wallpaper 3 suddenly again. And that did go on for hours. uh, yeah, yeah. And I was like, at this wallpaper moment, I was like around 10 or 30. So, yeah, smartphones had not been a thing. I was suffering, and I was walking through that store with my mother. The next time we had to go search for tiles because of the bathroom and everything. At one point, I got so fed up, I grabbed in my mother's pocket, picked out the key, and she was like, "Wait, what do you want?" And when I started to go for her wallet, and did take out a $10 in transaction, yeah, it like a $10 and €10 bill or something, and I was on my way back to get food from a food vendor outside, and then go into the car and wait there. And then my mother realized, okay, maybe she has had enough. And then we did just leave. Yeah.
Finish. You see, I made this meme. Who actually makes this? Someone actually sat down in like Paint or something, grabbed a blueprint from some random store, and just went with a little pencil tool like, that's so whammon, am I right? Seeks attention, avoids attention. Wait a second, okay, let's zoom in here and analyze it. So the first picture, she's sitting with her feet on the ground, and she has like really high heel shoes. I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually seen shoes like that IRL. And then on the second picture, she's like cozying up in a chair, and she has regular sneakers. Is this about the shoes, or is it about like how she's sitting? I don't I don't even know, man.
Both.
What are we supposed to look at?
Both.
POV, you told a woman she's less likely to be R-worded if she actually wore something that covered her body.
And then it's like the chin filter. Wow, what a classy post. I mean, the chin filter does give me a slight satire vibe, but I'm not sure if I'm confident enough in that statement to say for sure. This is a pretty bad thing to post, fam. Jesus Christ. But actually, I did find a pretty perfect thing for this kind of post, because I did suspect we would find something similar to this in this video. And the other day, I encountered this one.
Clicky.
This is not a clothing store. These clothes were worn by victims of the R-word. These are kept in an exhibition to show that dress is not a reason for doing this kind of thing. So this is an exhibition of clothes that were actually worn by victims. So I think it's pretty like, it makes you feel something that is kind of unpleasant, but I think it's a very beautiful exhibition because it just so beautifully shows that people like this don't actually know what they're talking about, and trying to switch the narrative, even if it was the case, even if this exhibition would have been full of, I don't know, bikinis and short skirts, it still wouldn't make it okay.
Operator
it's
people.
absolutely ridiculous. Like,
Oh, why did you get robbed? Have you thought about like that you shouldn't have had money?
is that what?
But we are
Very lucky indeed today. Yes, we are lucky. We have Victim blaming. Oh yes, indeed. You know that when you make a cringe TikTok and end up on a bingo card, you really done it.
What women really keep inside their purse? Club Penguin membership, Sphere collection, thulium element, the great state of Colorado, Constitution of Botswana. Clue, the classic mystery game Big Bang Theory, another bag. Guitar picks, guitar picks, guitar picks. Lego Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones? Jones? Or is it spelled Jones on purpose? 1936 curling rock, rubber ducky remote explosive, the object, HP sauce. You know what? Out of all the posts I've seen here today, I would say this one is probably quite accurate. Yeah, this is the feeling I have at least when like a whammon trademark tells me to be like, hey honey, can you take a look at my purse? And it's like, oh my god, how do you find? No, it's like if you take a left by the corridor here, and then you go for the right, go through the two doors, enter the code. That's kind of what it feels like. Hell yeah, man, having a little purse would be nice. I have that sometimes when I go jogging. It's like one of those little fanny pack things I have over a shoulder. It's basically a handbag, but for like workouts, it's really handy. I remember the engineers trying to decide how many tampons should fly on a 1-week flight. They asked, Is 100 the right number? No, that would not be the right number. Sally Ride, the first American woman to go into space.
Oh, that's so funny. Just like, I can just see in the meeting where I'm sitting there and looking at each other like this, like, no one knows anything. Everyone's just looking to the side like, but 100?
That's so funny though. I mean, kudos for like bringing it up though, and like acknowledging and trying to be supportive about it, that kind of stuff, even if they kind of whiffed numbers and stuff. That's pretty cute. Ooh, I would kind of put this under like here, under period question mark, because it's mystery of the universe. Speaking about going into space, heck yeah. Picture of girl. Girl dyed her hair red. You know what that means? She's looking for a mate? No, bro. She likes red hair? She's depressed. She's going through a bad breakup. You got all that from red hair or she's suffering from emotional trauma. Yeah, don't you know anything about women? This is the kind of conversation you have with your friends when you're like 14 and you try to be confident regarding stuff that you obviously know jack about. Oh, that's so beautiful. That made me feel young in a really weird way. Oh, can we like pop this under bad anatomy? Women hair color is a signal of mental states or events in their current life. It could also mean trauma, apparently. Get a lot out of just hair color, don't we? This is like the next step of those people that overanalyze body language. But now it's just hair dye. Damn. So how does it correlate with like a lighter red or a darker red? How does that signal the thing? Let me know in the comments. I would love to do a statistical analysis of this.
Girls with Reddit, look at that. It's pictures of cookies or something. And then we have
Boys with Reddit, and it's a Minecraft skeleton with a trumpet. What? Frick a real woman. Give me a soldier. And then there's this picture of this whammon and in uniform. Isn't this literally the same person? What is this person like? Frick a real woman, give me a soldier. What? I don't understand what the argument is, but like the photo shoot is pretty lit. What?
This can be either two things. It can be like saying like it can be a masculine thing, but also a positive thing in the sense of that the person looking the people are recruiting for soldiers, and they are like fuck woman, frick real woman, give me a soldier, we make you a soldier, you will be a soldier, fuck being a woman. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Do you have a lot of male friends?
I have some. I keep more women around me. My friends are like 70% female and maybe
Oh
30% male. Why do
Lord,
you ask?
it's that
Because
one.
I have to be the only alpha to be with me like that. You can't have male friends. But But if you're the alpha and she literally can't have any male friends because you're afraid they would be the alpha instead, that doesn't sound very alpha, even if you want to apply your own, like, alpha logic to this. Fam. Oh, okay, then we won't work. Good luck. You're gonna miss out on a lot of men, because that's no man's gonna put up with women with male friends. You have to learn how to let them go. Get some help. You're not allowed to have friends. You're gonna miss out on so many amazing dating opportunities. You know, all those great partners that want to isolate you from other people. Anyway, let's the Twitter alpha male. I'll put this under. But we have a bingo. We have a bingo. We have Twitter alpha male. We have what the frick. We have bad analogy, down bad, and actually wholesome. Sparkle. This sort of, like, vaguely goes into this square as well, like endorsing abusive behaviors, because essentially what they're saying is that you should try to isolate your partner as much as possible, and they're
I
missing
have
out,
been
and you're
gate.
trying to
I
give them
have
some
eaten my
FOMO
food.
stuff for missing out on this amazing experience.
I
I'm not
am
gonna
healthy.
toss it in because it's a little bit of a leap, but that's basically what it's implying, which is really yikes. Wife remarries her husband as she falls in love with him again after losing her memory. I am still worthy.
Of course she will stay in love with him. Women fall in love once in a lifetime, unlike men who will fall in...
Did this person just call men sleuths? Wow.
Am I a man? Am 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 I a man? I mean, it would explain the tomboy phase I did go through growing up. I think growing up in a farm, also around grandparents who live in the same village who have a farm, didn't kind of help at that point. Is just put it on there.
You know what? You know what? It's a little bit of a twist. I'm gonna put this one on the slutty shaming. Hell yeah, how dare you fall in love more than once? Disgusting. That's a really wholesome article, though. You know what? You know what? So we don't miss out on an opportunity, I'm gonna pop this one under actually wholesome as well. We have 2 stamps under actually wholesome. Man, what a pickup. I have a newfound hope for humanity, and all it took was bingo.
Doesn't matter. A young guy texting while driving still drives better than women fully focused when...
A lot of my family related people who drive are driving like they are on we're driving like we are in a race car on some tracks, and they are still up holding up the uh, I don't know the word, but they are not breaking the law and they are still driving really good, and like we are sitting in a race car, even if when they drive a real big ass delivery truck. It's mind boggling.
driving.
I'm just put this on like made up stats or something. That's wild. What's your source for this? I literally pulled it out of my butt. What's that? It's a pile of poo? No, trust me, just because it came out of my butt doesn't mean that it's poo. Texting while driving still drives better than willfully. I don't understand. Has this guy been lectured for texting while driving, which is a pretty bad thing to do, but they're trying to twist it with some weird sexism stuff? What's the point of this comic? Did the person who wrote this even have a driver's license? Boy. Boy. Noun. A noise with dirt and grass stains on it. What? Girl. Girl. Noun.
A giggle wrapped in sunshine and glitter.
Is this like the equivalent of live, laugh, love signs, but for kids? And you like want to make a big deal out of like the girl and boy? What is this? Females will stop for Starbucks, but not for gas.
You see, it's so typical. They try to fill the car with coffee or something. Silly whammons.
Should mothers have careers?
I recognize this handwriting. Has this person posted multiple notebooks of these like weird made up arguments that they try to win themselves? Oh my god.
Away from home hours every day or home all day long. Okay? Children with others, children with her. Comes home exhausted, rests while her children nap. Dinner is usually fast food or microwaved. Dinner is from scratch, nutritious and delicious. Reads a book to children before bed. Reads to children, plays games, disciplines teachers about Jesus all day long.
Oh no, no, they discipline, comma, teaches about Jesus all day. I thought the argument was they go to school and they harass some poor teacher about Jesus. That's still...
There seems to be
very
a correlation,
obvious, isn't it?
gonna be
Weekends
honest.
equals cleaning, house and shopping. Weekends at beach/park.
Okay, I think most adults kind of do both, though.
Too tired for intimacy with husband. Intimate with husband frequently. Her life is falling apart. She doesn't feel like she's good wife or mother. Her life is fulfilling. Her husband and children rise up and call her blessed.
Well, you know, if housing prices and stuff didn't look the way they do and wages and all that.
People can be in a good situation or if absolutely exhausted and burned out in both of the situations. It's not either I. It's just if you are happy in this scenario, do it that. If you're not happy in this scenario and would rather try the other one, being the housewife and whatnot, and it's less exhausting for you, then go for it. But yeah, those people, I would say they need this. I don't know if this movie exists or if it just has been made as a teaser sort of thing to make fun of all the guys who think that women have it too easy just staying at home and raising the children. But there was a trailer like showcasing how men would have been forced to take care of the children and all the mothers just refuse to help while this one guy holds a quote unquote baby in his arms and it's just crying and he's like, what does it need? Can you please help me? Please, please. This is this please help me, please, please. I don't know what it wants. Is it ill? What does it want? And yeah, but I think they need to watch that movie if it really exists to know what will happen to them if the women around him are like, yeah, if that is so easy to be a housewife, then you can do it, and I go to work. I go to your work. Gonna do all the things you do.
Kind of stuff and cost of living, I suppose it would be more feasible to have one breadwinner in a family and divide tasks accordingly depending on who makes more money per hour and that kind of stuff. But for most people, that is probably not a feasible thing. I would guess with how it looks for our generation. So I don't know. This is a weird list with only considering that. But even with that, you should be able to decide. I know plenty of people that have kids and both parents are working and they're doing just fine. This obsession with some kind of 90s, 50s glorification is really odd.
Oh wait, I have a bingo for this. I have a bingo. Something, kids and family. Boom. I knew I put it on a bingo card for a reason.
Hell yeah. It's so satisfying when you write bingo cards like this and you realize that you just absolutely nailed it. How to train your girlfriend. Here you can see a vicious creature found in a wild called girlfriend, but you can easily calm it down with a chicken nugget. Yeet! You see? Yum, yum, yum. Okay, this is me though. This is literally me though. I get hangry sometimes and annoyed, and then I have food tossed my way, and I'm so happy. This is literally just me, though. This feed your partners, okay? Feed your partners. They deserve food. A woman who has lost her shyness has already lost her soul. What does this even mean? I don't know, but I felt like being deep on Twitter today. Bro, my brother came home drunk, and he was telling me about his GF. And he said he pulls out, and I told him his GF can still get preggo. And he said, nuh-uh, she puts her tampon in and calls it the splooshy tampon. What? What? Is here fake? No, this no. Don't, no, it's bad. It's really, please, no.
I think that might not be a tampon she puts in their femmes.
Oh, no. So he's 10 years old and his mom is still menstruating? What? Did she have him when she was 15? The math is really hard. Okay, let's see. What can we get to put? I'm gonna put this under age stuff. And I'm also gonna put this in the period question mark because it is indeed a mystery of the universe, apparently. Wow, you know, what's the meaning of life? Does the universe have an end? What happened before the Big Bang? How do periods work? r/child-free. I suspect that postpartum depression is just a childlike woman's experience of being showered with attention for 9 months, then having to dote on a person who has stolen their spotlight. Then again, feel free to correct me.
My dad picked me up and carried me around instead of pushing me around in a stroller because he was jealous that all the attention did go to me. I think that the story is really funny, but I take it with a grain of salt because the, uh, this story and the words about the story came from my mother. So, but yes, it's just the funniest.
That last sentence. I just made this wild thing up out of nowhere. But feel free to correct me, I guess, because I'm so humble, even though making stuff up for no reason. I have heard that women get a little loopy when the baby leaves their body. Why? What do you mean, why? I made this thing up. I've obviously never been in a parental situation or anything myself. I know nothing about it and didn't even do a basic Google search, but I made this up. Why is this the way it is? Feel free to correct me if the thing I made up is wrong. One of my 6 boyfriends is talking with other girl. I've never done that again. The girl logic. Wait, I have something for this. I made this up to get mad about. Booyah, baby. It's surprisingly common online nowadays. Surprisingly common. Women are like bacon. We look good, smell good, taste good, and we will slowly kill you. Oh yes, indeed. I love my women like I like my bacon. Crispy fried and cooked in their own lard. Oh, that took a turn, didn't it? And we will slowly kill you, Jesus Christ. Do people actually buy mugs like these? Like, really? It's like that old one, you know, I like my women like I like my coffee. It's like one of those. It's exactly like one of those, but it's just bacon. We are you harassed? I suppose they meant to say were. Were you harassed and done bad things to by men more after getting plastic surgery? There's something about these sort of posts and grammar that just don't mesh. I normally wouldn't make a deal out of it, but I feel it's very justified to just smack it with everything, you know, because they're so like, ooh. Oh wait, this is written by a woman. Hold on. After my husband made me get implants and fat transfers to my butt, I have been groped half a dozen times and R-worded twice in the past 4 years. I used to think he was cruel for not letting me leave the house without him or a male relative to chaperone me. But now I understand. If I wasn't lied to by American feminism and obeyed my husband as God commands, I wouldn't be carrying a strange man's child.
This.
We have a bingo card just
wrote
for the purpose of texts like this. Ooh, yes, indeed, I smell a bingo. A man definitely wrote this, which means we also have a bingo. We all have a triple bingo. If I have a gatekeep and pickup artistry, this would have been a triple bingo. Wait, we have 3 bingos. Hold on, wait, I did shout that one out, didn't I? Yeah, okay, we have 3 bingos so far. 3 bingos. Hell yeah, it's hard to count to 3. I have seen many creative ways to indicate the men's and women's toilets, but this one left me speechless. Blah. Blah 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 blah.
This is not a toilet for either woman or man. This is the differentiation between introverts and extroverts. I go for introvert, please. One introvert toilet, please. Thank you.
Okay. I'll give it half a star out of 5 for like creativity and design, but that's about it. R/periods. Male here. Period question. I think it's gross how young girls push out their periods and don't hold them and wait until they are older. They don't need to have periods yet. If there are 13, why can't they wait to have them until they're 18? Question mark. That's the question. That's the question. Why don't you just wait? You can just hold it in, just like you would hold in pee from the ages 13 to 18. It's so beautiful. A period question mark. This reminds me of that person that was just raging about women having periods on boats and being like, why do women choose to have period on boats? I just don't get it. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? Wow. Marry a boy who slaps you on your mistake and claps you on your success. Whee! Well, that's right. Get yourself a man that conditions you with physical abuse to do things that he likes. Anyway, I have something for the bingo card for just this, endorsing abuse. Not a good meme. It's very nasty. Thank you. I've kind of learned or heard that women with bigger bobs tend to be more attracted to men, and women with smaller bobs tend to be attracted to other women. It's obviously not 100% accurate or anything, but you know, it's a disclaimer. It's not 100%. But I found through science and this one friend who's 15 that told me, I can tell you're gay. Thank you. Very accurate science. Any woman that I want to marry must, first of all, stay with my mom for 6 months or a year so my mom can train her and let her know how to take care of me. Yes, indeed. What's that? Having an equal part or anything? No, I'm looking for a new mommy that can take care of me. Because I am a literal man-child and I am oddly publicly proud about it. What would this even fall under? I'm just gonna put this under what the frick, man. What is this? Bruh. If she's gorgeous and single, just know she's an alcoholic, bro. Women can't be single without being alcoholics? What? Number 4, how much do you weigh? Female, 60 pounds or less? 60 pounds? Okay, 70 to 80 pounds, 90 to 100 pounds, 110 to 125 pounds, or obese. We go from 125 pounds to obese. That's quite the leap. I am not a lady, by the way. Okay, I actually punched this into BMI calculator. BMI is not a perfect measure for anything. It's like a very rough estimate over large populations, but you can easily summarize it as it's a 2D measurement for bodies that have way more than 2 variables. It's a very simplistic system and therefore not always accurate on an individual level. But just for fun, I punched this one into a BMI calculator. And to get to an obese weight, you would have to be 130 centimeters tall if you weigh 56 kilograms. That's the extreme you have to push it to. Meaning that this whole thing is like 60 pounds or less. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, if I remember correctly. So this is less than 30 kilograms. Like the bottom option on this. What kind of quiz is this? This is insane. Coding girls, girls PC. Look at this with all the decorations. I'm gonna be honest, this feels more like a grandma PC. This is something I could see like an elderly relative decorate PCs with for sure. Yeah. Maybe it works like a dust filter, you know, for your PC. Or maybe it overheats. We'll see which one. Guys whose personality is being 6 feet tall. Girls. Ah, yes, that accurate science of 10 profiles on Tinder that went viral. Yippee! Chat with Paul, Lenovo gaming laptop.
Hi, I'm wondering if this is still available.
Sorry, this is a gaming laptop. I am not selling to women. It's not a sewing machine. Silly woman, she thought this gaming laptop was a sewing machine.
My good sir, I have a bingo just for you. Yes, indeed. Let's see where I have this one. Gatekeeping, but doing. Sadly, not quite a bingo yet, but we're getting very, very close.
R/shower thoughts. If women were able to control their emotions better, you probably wouldn't exist. Mind-blowing tag.
Are you saying that everyone is just an accident? Is that the logic here? That no woman ever makes a decision that, hey, we're settled down. This is a good time in life to have kids. No one does that? What? And I would also argue that emotions also doesn't necessarily mean impulsive. Usually what drives you to have kids is some kind of underlying emotional willingness to create a family. You could argue that it's an emotion, but it's still something you very much plan for. I don't think conflating emotions with impulsivity is particularly accurate even in the first place. But yeah, this post is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that they put it under the mind-blowing tag is even more fun.
This is so mind-blowing. I just made up this fact that is a bit weird. Wow.
Fishing!
Wow, I have never seen anyone so pretty. You come here often?
Hang on a sec, just gonna take my dress off.
Okay.
And my hair extensions and makeup and nails and bras and torselets and my eyelashes all done.
Sorry, but I feel a little tricked here. You looked a lot hotter while fixed.
Yeah, I do. So do you want to do me now?
Yes. Oh no. What is this? No. Don't worry, I fixed it.
Fishing!
Wow, I've never seen anyone so pretty. You come here often?
Hang on a sec, just gonna take my dress off and my hair extensions and makeup and nails and bras and torselet eyelashes. So do you want to do me now?
Yes. Hell yeah. This is actually wholesome. Falling under actually wholesome. Oh yes, indeed, absolutely gorgeous. We have had 3 actually wholesomes in this. This is oh my god. This is mind-blowing if anything.
Mind-blowing tag.
Women age like milk, men age like wine. Life advice for women: you will look your best and be the most fertile between the ages 18 and 25. This is when you should find and marry the best possible man. After 25 it gets harder every year. Man, keep getting better every day.
If this guy thinks older men are so hot, then why doesn't he date them?
Indeed, good sir.
Touché.
Went out for a run, had my headphones on, focused, got catcalled by a man. I ignored his existence, as I do all men. He rapidly yelled,
"You frickin' birch!"
I didn't know he was yelling at me until I looked at scared passerbys' faces who were pointing behind me. This happened in broad daylight, on a public walkway. Children and families nearby. Women are not safe. I guess we never were.
Oh, that is so freaking awful. At least you didn't have to hear it yourself, like with the screaming and the earbuds. But people having such visceral reactions to this kind of stuff is really concerning. My god. How can I attract or pull girls like this in college or dating apps? And here's a TikTok of like a girl flexing in the gym. You have to be the type of person that's posting on Reddit trying to find out how to get money instead of how to be some birch that doesn't matter. Wait, what? Tell them. Literally money. That's all you need to get women. I don't know what these people making fizz videos or what the frick ever are on about. Pull up in a sports car and designer clothes and you will attract females. Are we having pickup artistry in Reddit comments? Oh, yes. The question is not how, it's are you sure you want to? You don't want a beautiful girl like that in your bed and arms? I don't want the headache of thinking she's my girl when her IG DMs are saying otherwise. What? Have any of these people ever gone outside? Anyone? I would rather
Probably not. And please stay indoors. Thank you.
find me an Asian chick or Polynesian chick with little to no social media presence. I appreciate peace beyond her likes to a recent post. I mean, having similar expectations as your partner when it comes to various things in life and good, that can include social media if it stretches that point. But this whole thing is just so made up, man. What is this? What? Real? Well, I don't mean her in particular. I just mean a girl like her. But I agree, girls with low social media presence is more ideal. Bruv, trust me when I say this. You will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. Won't you though? Won't you though? I can probably think of a few examples where people have worked too much or focused on the wrong things and relationships falls apart. That can absolutely happen. A tight butt might be accompanied with a psychotic personality. Find yourself a girl who is humble and doesn't need to show her butt to the world. What is this comment section on about, man? Get with a girl you like, then buy her yoga shorts. Save yourself the unnecessary drama. Yeah, but a girl I like would be like her, so how do I pull her? Shallowest mfur right over here, never getting any girl with this poo. The real question is, how can I be a guy whom this kind of girl would be interested in? Funny how they never ask this. This just gives me such odd vibes. It's just, you found a picture of some random good-looking person on a social media app and then go this route. I mean, if it's the gym culture you're interested in, and if you want to date someone who's very much into fitness, then go to fitness places. I'm not saying that people in gyms are typically looking to get picked up, you know, but going to places that work with fitness or events, for example, can very much be so. For example, marathons sometimes have a lot of social events around them, which is really fun. So going to big marathons when they have a bit of events, it's a bit of like a party vibe, that kind of thing, can be a great place to meet people that are also into fitness if that's where you're going. But this just sounds like someone who's kind of just drooling over someone on TikTok and just trying to like go the pickup artistry route instead of just taking an adult route where it's like, I want to meet a person interested in this and this. Where can I meet that? And how do I, become the interesting person for them? Because if you're also into fitness culture and go to these kind of events, for example, the likelihood of bumping into someone who's also looking for a partner with similar interest is pretty high. Anyway, I'll pop this one under just pickup or trash. So a man wrote this, fake naughty facts, barely literate, sleut logic, and pickup artistry. Yippee, we got a bingo, woo! Micro, mini, above
Here we go with purity. Woo!
Midi, T, maxi, and full. Anything after T is ho-ish. Anything after T, oh no, she's showing off her ankles. The most naughty part of her body. Oh dear God.
What year is it? 1750?
God.
Meanings of skirt length. Micro, have no self-development and think that is only way to get a man. Mini, have no class. Above the knee, smexy and empowering. On the knees.
Micro, mini, above knee, on knee, below knee, midi, T, maxi, and full. Anything after
Jesus Christ, please let me pause this.
route instead of just taking an adult route where it's like, I want to meet a person interested in this and this. Where can I meet that? And how do I, become the interesting person for them? Because if you're also into fitness culture and go to these kind of events, for example. Anyway, I'll pop this one under just pick up this fake naughty. Micro, mini, above knee, on knee.
The reason I don't buy skirts. Every time I have something around above knee, I think I look at that and it looks like it's above knee, a little bit in the mini category, and I put it on and suddenly it's a micro. Also, I have to tuck the waistband up to my belly button or over my belly button so it's a straight line of the skirt. Yeah, it's not good. I'm annoyed that I can't wear skirts.
Below knee, midi, T, maxi, and full. Anything after T is ho-ish. Anything after T, oh no, she's showing off her ankles.
The most naughty part of her body. Oh dear God.
What year is it? 1750?
God.
Meanings of skirt length. Micro, have no self-development and think that is only way to get a man. Mini, have no class. Above the knee, smexy and empowering. On the knee, schoolgirl. Below the knee, modest. Midi, extremely modest. Your potential in-laws will fall head over heels for you. Because of a choice in a skirt. G, all-time classic, elegant. Have you heard of Chanel vintage? You look rich.
These people have never introduced a partner to their parents, I swear to God. Maxi, everyday wear, easy to walk around, can also be used in formal attire. Full equals formal wear, wedding dress length. Just stand there and look pretty. I will handle this, dear. Oh no, this whole thing is like, this post is literally wearing a fedora. Not even the person writing it, like the post itself is wearing a fedora. Who has it easier in life? Let the war begin. Men or women? 88% say women have it easier in life.
Do we really want to start with? I mean, if we are talking in getting jobs and getting good pay, the ratio would be upside down.
I have never liked stuff like this, honestly, because I feel the only thing it does is that it creates like a team feeling between genders, which is kind of a pointless thing, and it also very much just hides real issues. One thing I saw a lot, for example, when I had people I know going through, for example, breaking out of abusive situations where the gender
Well, I am not up to date if all these stats are still the same, but it's still commonly talked about that men have a better pay in the job, so yeah.
roles where like the man was the one being abused, for example, a lot of people came out and be like, oh, this is not real, or the statistics overall look like that. Creating like teams about it is just bad for victims in general on both sides, because to a victim it doesn't matter if you're part of a demographic that's more likely for it or not. You're still a victim of a certain bad situation. Things like this doesn't help anyone. It literally like makes victims on both sides more invisible. And that's why I don't like these things. I hate it. But I guess it's good for rage bait engagement, right? Oh wait, I actually have bingo for this. Not rage bait specifically, but pointless gender wars. I knew I put this in here for a reason. We have a double bingo. We almost have a full bingo card. This is so beautiful. My God, what an accomplishment.
When he's politically incorrect, humor is dark AF, fluent in sarcasm, gets your memes is smart with a solid flirt to roast ratio, and then tying up the hair implying certain actions are afoot. Ooh, yes indeed, I'ma pop this on my little bingo card right under. A man wrote this. There's no way in hell a woman wrote this. There's no way in hell. Things every woman should do after marriage. Quit social media. 3 kids in 6 years. Learn to cook at least 6 different cuisines. Block every male friend. You see, it's this thing again. You can't have friends. What a boring life. Quit her job. Shouldn't go outside without her husband's permission. Yeah, but this is kind of... I'm gonna pop this one under this. Because you're basically saying that they need to be isolated from everything and everyone and their support networks and everything. This is like really bad, man. When you notice, you start looking more like your man and find out a man's DNA stay in your body for 30 years.
Find out, meaning I read an Onion article on Twitter and thought it was real. Bad anatomy! Bad, so bad! Bad! Stop! God!
POV, you're pregnant and panicking about how painful labor is going to be, but then you learn about God's brilliant design for childbirth and realize your body was designed to block pain receptors during labor.
Okay.
Oh, she's in for a surprise then. Wow, that is what corporate job, kitchen. You are a girl. Is this satire, or did someone actually make this and be like, it's holding you back from your dream, girl? The kitchen. I mean, being a stay-at-home wife or husband is perfectly fine if that's what you want to do in the relationship, right? I think that's something most people agree on. You know, if you're happy in the relationship that you're in, and
I can see how this is meant. Like, the economy is fucked. If you want to, even if you wanted to be a stay-at-home person, wherever female, male, uh, s- suddenly some invoices are fucking through the roof. If you want things, it's hard to stay at home to be with your kids and all, and that is just uh, this is just a post from one of the alpha males, wrote by some of the alpha males, being like woman something something, woman being lazy, woman something something.
You do the thing that works for both people and for the family or the partnership or whatever, that's perfectly fine. But these memes are so weird because they're always implying that, something is the correct option for everyone, which is obviously not the case. Men impose unrealistic beauty standards on women. Men freak anything that moves. Heavy breathing. I don't have straw man on my bingo card. I knew I forgot something. I don't have a straw man. Damn it. Well, I made this up to get mad about it. Sort of like a straw man, right? It's pretty close. It's pretty close, yeah. All right, let's check out the results of our beautiful bingo card, shall we? Look at this. We have 1 bingo, 2 bingo, 3 bingo, 4 bingo, 5 bingo. I missed the diagonal. We have 6. Is it 6 bingos? Wait, I have to count. 1, 2, 3. I can't count. I'm sorry, I can't count. Someone count for me. Thank you. But anyway, we got the diagonal that I'm sure I haven't shouted out. So isn't that absolutely beautiful? What do you think about the dark mode bingo? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more bingo episodes on the channel. Thank you all so much for showing up here today. You smell absolutely amazing, and I hope to see you in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.
Dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Just try to desperately prove a point. There are probably
Huh?
couples that have
What?
height differences in the other direction that have split up as well. I can just as easily find
Stop!
probably a celebrity couple
Pause
that
it!
have recently split up.
Pause it! Pause it! Pause it! Pause it! Oh my lord. Let's make it small. Dum 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 dum. Da 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 do 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 do. And back into full video mode.
Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses. Welcome to TheClick. You smell absolutely astounding today. But wait, there is a smell that stands above the rest. That is right, overexposed Cassandra. How are you doing today, overexposed Cassandra? My god, that smell is just absolutely astounding. Why does this camera look so absolutely atrocious? I have no idea. The color correction is really bad. Anyway, I am really excited today because we're going to do something that I think you also look forward to as well. Isn't that right, overexposed Cassandra? Yes, indeed. Oh, no, wait. Today, we're going to do... We're going to continue our beautiful bingo series where we look at bad women's anatomy, crappy alpha male takes on Twitter, and that kind of stuff. And we just have a bingo card, and I'm so excited to show it to you all. Bada boom! Who's ready for a bit of bingo? Yes, indeed. This is going to be what I do when I retire. Just set up bingos for crappy things we find online. It's going to be beautiful. So anyway, we have some good old-fashioned victim blaming right here. We have an emoji that anything that makes me go like this, which is just miscellaneous crappy stuff. Creepy age things. You can't get away with this kind of stuff without some creepy age stuff. Like, oh, it's fine that kids become parents at the age of 2, like that. A man wrote this. You know how often you read like a rage baity post online? It's so obvious that a man has just written this for their own rage bait fantasies. Anything that makes me go, what the frick? This will probably overlap decently much with the emoji. Made up statistics, classic. Actually wholesome, which I'm hoping we have something here because God, I need something to give me hope about humanity. Then we got some good old bad analogies. We got nodalizing non-naughty things. And we have fake naughty facts. We also have victim blaming, good old classic. Can't have a bingo without some victim blaming. Then we have public creeping. Everyone loves a bit of public creeping. Make up a person to get mad about. I love this one because it's so weirdly apparent online, where it's just you just make up like a straw man person. You just get mad about it, but they're not even real. And then we have some Twitter alpha moments. We have bad anatomy, and we have women versus women, which is basically when you just make up a graphic that's something like,
oh my god, women back in those days. And it's like, oh, golden mother. And it's like, women nowadays, they do stupid things like get PhDs and have a job. Disgusting. How dare they?
So we're going to look through this beautiful collection of things I have found online, and I do hope you find it as horribly antagonizingly entertaining as I do. Enjoy. Mwah.
Ah, what the frick? It's someone touching me in the pub. Cut it out, you perv. Oh, wow, I feel so much safer, you see? When it's the same creepy dude, but he works for the TSA, it's fine.
This just goes right on the bingo card. What the hell? Who made this? This is so bad. You just made up a person to get mad about. How dare women not like me when I creep on them in the pubs, but somehow they're fine with TSA squeezing their privates. I feel like this is like multiple things in one. Part of it is just like some creep that is angry they got slapped in a pub. And another part of it is like a weird conspiracy. TCA only exists to creep on women. It has nothing to do with safety. You know what? Just to make it a bit more exciting, I'm gonna swap this one out for like weird conspiracy, because we had the other one in a previous video, right? So I think this will spice it up. Weird conspiracy, and it also gives me a free little bingo stamp,
Awesome.
which everyone is just happy to see. Bada boom! Oh, isn't that just gorgeous?
The TSA only exists to creep on women, but still they don't allow me to creep in pubs. The hypocrisy of women.
What pregnancy looked like in the 70s. Look at that, so pure and Christian. What pregnancy looks like now. There's no class. Look, how dare she be pregnant without looking like a photo shoot in the 70s. I mean, you're also comparing two vastly different pregnancies. One that might just be halfway through the pregnancy and the other one that might have twins. Or even more, you know? This is so weird. And it's also very different photos for probably very different reasons. This is wild. You know, I dare say that this falls under some beautiful women versus women. How dare modern women not look like 70s women when they're pregnant? I don't know, man. It's so weird. Who gets mad about this? Like, you just have to make up stuff to get mad about. Your life is good.
Hey, wanna help me lift today?
Sure. Wanna go out this weekend?
Aw, that's sweet, but I only see you as a friend.
Oh, walking away.
You mean you've only been using me?
What? Their logic. She was using him, so is a hypocrite. She positions her body to entice him and get what she wants from him. The moment he is no longer helping her, the entire body language changes. Regular logic. Friends do things together and help each other. Nothing wrong with having a gym buddy so you can both spot each other. And proper form is important when lifting. Sometimes a squat is just a squat. I feel like stuff like this is just reading into it way too much. It feels the same as those pictures with like a man and a woman, and someone has drawn these lines, and it's like, oh my god, if you as a man lean slightly towards the woman in the picture, it means you're the beta, and you're a cuck, and all this.
If you're a man and you're leaning towards your woman because you care about what she says and wanna take care of her and wanna show you pay attention to her, be gay and be beta.
Stuff. I don't know when, like, every second Twitter user became an expert in, like, body language, especially in still pictures, but here we are.
A man has to have houses, cars, money, and status to be with me.
But what do you bring to the table?
Me!
So nothing of value, then? Who sits at home and makes these comics? Hold on a second, I think we have ourselves a beautiful little barashmangaring makeup a person to get mad about. You just made up a scenario. This is the kind of stuff normal people do in the shower. When you're just like, oh, that argument I had 3 years ago. And you're just like, oh, this would have been a weapon comeback. And you have this kind of stuff you make up. But this is so weirdly specific. And why would you make memes about it? And why do you like Photoshop Barbie to look different? Like, what's the point you're trying to make here? This just sounds like oddly specific.
It is so fricked up that 1 in 5 women experience SA or something.
Maybe women should avoid leaving their house unless they're accompanied by a male family member. Shrek, please, what are you doing?
What the frick? No, Dad! We aren't living in the Dark Ages, and that's victim blaming.
Yeah, that's kind of is.
Man just needs to be better.
Felicia, the world is a dangerous place. The men who do these things, they don't care if some authority figure they hate always tell them it's wrong. In fact, it might even encourage them. It is by their nature.
You're so freaking misogynistic, Dad. Go to hell, leaves.
4 to 6 weeks later.
What the frick? I freaking got taken advantage of? No, men are so evil.
Who said that on me? This is so
Oh,
awful.
Lord.
What the hell? That is terrible to hear, sweetie. But know that I'm always here for you, even if we have our disagreements. Where did this occur?
While I was drunk and coked up at a frat party with bad people.
Shrek bathing and looking like this. It was me, Shrek. I grabbed your daughter by private parts with my BWC Ohio Riz. Ah. And then there's a picture of, I don't know what's going on here. Jesus Christ. What? Who made this? This is absolutely unhinged. This is like AI generated mixed with a fever dream. This is wild.
I mean, if nothing else, I would say this comic falls under a little bit of good old classic victim blaming. Wouldn't be a complete bingo without that, wouldn't it?
Oh wait, we have 2 victim blamings. Oh no. What should I replace it with? Oh no. I'm gonna replace it with something I see often. It's
Here
like
we
wild
go.
expectation. Something like that. When you just like have like a list of requirements and everything is like completely neckbeard. That is pretty beautiful. I think we might have a couple of those at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up. I am an expert in scrolling shady things online. What a career. Look at Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. Height doesn't... Well, now they're divorcing. Are you suggesting that you know enough about a celebrity couple's relationship to know that height is the reason why they split apart? It's almost like it's cherry picking to just prove a very specific point. Do we have made up statistics, anyone? Yes, indeed. There it is. We have a little bit of boing. Woo! Hell yeah, I love that stuff. I love when I see cherry-pick things online to just try to desperately prove a point. You know, there are probably couples that have height differences in the other direction that have split up as well. I can just as easily find probably a celebrity couple that have recently split up where that is the case. You know, this is... It doesn't prove anything.
I will fight the patriarchy by using my mother's last name.
You mean your grandfather's?
Trigger. No, she meant his mother's.
This is... This is so weird. Is there a subreddit dedicated to like weirdly made comics that push an agenda but do it really poorly? Like it's stuff like this, and it's like the Shrek one. It's just people that make up scenarios in their mind to be mad about, and they spend like half a Saturday to make a shitty meme about it. No, don't stop, please. It's really funny content.
Men will literally choose a shy, feminine woman with zero achievements over an arrogant career woman. We don't even care if you have won a Nobel Prize.
This is from Masculine Hub with a bearded sunglass man, which probably didn't consent to having his picture used for this. But we have a little bit of a ding ba dong bing schmink bong alpha Twitter alpha male baby. Woo! I would also say this kind of falls under wild expectations, but it's not really wild okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it under wild expectations as well, because it's kind of wild. You know, just speaking for all men, just being like, we don't care if our partner gets a Nobel Prize. Are you an alien, good sir? Are you an alien? What husband wouldn't be stoked if, like, their wife won a Nobel Prize? Are you absolutely kidding me? You know what else happened? I almost missed it. We have a bingo. We have our first bingo. We have victim blaming, made up statistics, wild expectations, and women versus women. Ding, 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 ding. Can we get some confetti? Booyah, baby. God, I'm so happy. My day just got way worse. I've never understood this logic. Like, men don't want accomplish. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Most adults I know, both men and women for that matter, want like a legitimate teammate in life. You know, someone that you feel that you can, it's you versus the world, and you can do things together and you can trust them and that kind of stuff. What you're describing isn't like what sounds like a healthy relationship in the least. It sounds like a really weird dynamic that also plays into other stuff that gets really creepy really fast. I don't know. It's super strange. It's super strange. Why wouldn't you want an independent, fully formed adult as your partner? That is weird. Senior citizen discovers camera's room. Bro, what are you doing?
Oh, what the? Are you like that's like a cheerleader. Oh, no. What the hell is this?
Bruh.
Ooh, gotta love a little bit. Oh, gotta love a little bit public creeping. Oh, baby.
Well, that's really uncomfortable, isn't it? At least it can't get worse, he said, confidently incorrect.
Well, she is showing and he is looking. What exactly is wrong?
I would think it's pretty weird. Like, if I'm sitting on the beach, sunbathing, and some random person comes up and starts, like, snapping zoomed-in pictures of my feet, I'm gonna be like, bruh, this is a bit uncomfortable and weird. Why are you saving pictures of my unclothed body without me consenting to it? That's really weird. This ain't it, fam. Yeah, she totally asking for it, /S. For those of you new to Reddit, S is sarcasm. I'm being sarcastic to the gross comment above me. Good day.
What a weird comment. Whoosh. Not really a whoosh. The issue people have is she is a cheerleader. She is in front of cameras. This is her job.
I mean, I don't know, man. This is really freaking creepy. I don't think that's a justification.
This is like throwing a tantrum because the guy is watching his favorite OF model on his computer.
That's not the same thing. Someone working with modeling or adult content and people watching it is because they consented to it. They choose what content they put out there for them to oogle about. This is completely different. This is just like creep shots. It's really nasty. I doubt any of the ladies are planning on getting zoomed in and photographed. Gross.
The one whoosh is you. These girls are here for the eyes too.
Right, totally whoosh. This
I was just about to say, this is really creepy and weird. It can't get worse.
Comments always make it worse. Oof, isn't that just juicy? Can't they tell the difference between watching and paying someone's OF content and treating a random woman as a naughty object? They really say, but what's the difference? And think it's a fabulous argument. It's so wild. It is so wild. Before my period, after my period.
I can relate. Oh, yes, indeed. Maybe.
I mean, I guess it's a joke. Like, you know, there's swelling and stuff sometimes, but like, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Like, I want to put it under bad anatomy, right? But I think this specific one is probably exaggerated on purpose, right? For comedic effect. I hope so. I hope so, at least. Just because I am a female gamer doesn't mean I'm bad at the game. I mean, I am bad at the game, but not because I'm a woman. Woo! That is beautiful. And also, one thing you realize when you grow up is that, like, being bad at games is also kind of fun, because you get to figure it out together with your friends. You know, when you get too good at the game, in my experience, as an adult person now who's been playing games for probably 25 years, is that I reach a certain point in games when I get bored, right? Because you get too good at a game. No, but take something like, I don't know, take something like Skyrim. I was playing Skyrim.
Also, if you're bad at the game and just struggle, I think watching other YouTubers and Twitch streamers, it's a lot more fun if we are bad at the game. For example, like content warning or leave a company or the Phasmophobia, Demonologist, or other games. But I think the horror variant is a lot more funny because they get scared as well.
Hundreds of hours, but at some point, it's not enjoyable anymore because I've cracked so much about the game. Being bad at a game is really magical because you have the exploration in front of you. The whole thing is an adventure. It's a beautiful thing. And sometimes it's just funny for content.
I just realized that I'm a slut. I don't even enjoy naughties that much with strangers. I just do it to feel wanted for a few minutes.
Do I smell a text that has been written by a man? We shall see.
I'm in my late 20s and I can't believe it took me this long to realize. Being naughty too soon is exactly why every high-quality man decided not to date me. I'm honestly disgusted by myself. No wonder no one I like wants anything to do with me.
Jesus freaking Christ. Oh my God.
It is. Obviously I need to work this out in therapy, but I just wanted to get it off my chest. Please no mean comments.
And here's comments from OP as well.
I know it's hard to rise above the red pill rhetoric. Sometimes I fall victim to it.
As if it wasn't obvious enough already. All right.
I just hope I can actually change. I hope I can learn to love myself and stop self-sabotaging.
This is so... Can you imagine like younger ladies reading this and
A robot
genuinely believing it's. I mean,
wrote
okay, I don't
this.
think most people fall for this to be honest, but
Someone
even if one person falls for
programmed
it,
a
it's
bot
bad enough.
and
But all of that is
gave it comments
easier
on
said
how
than
it should
done for
react
me
and
at least.
things it should say.
Exactly, feels pointless. But I don't have to divulge my past. It's my personal business. I
No
just
one
fear it's
would
too late. I'm
write
28. My
this.
time is running.
Okay, okay, this is like it's not even ping 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 ping. Ping.
I mean, dear God, you can at least try. You can at least try. Holy crap! I am a 28-year-old woman. I'm almost at retirement age now. Oh my God! Oh, it's so hard not to fall for the red pill rhetoric. Let me write an entire essay about red pill rhetoric and pretend I'm a woman. Ah, GG, bro. That was a funny one. Am I the butthole for calling my friend an idiot for wanting a maternity test? My friend Dan recently found out he might be a father. I say might because the girl he's been having an on-off relationship with, Karen, is preggo, and he's not sure if he's the dad. She offered to get a paternity test once the baby is born and doesn't expect any kind of support until they found out the baby is his. He's on board with that and appreciates that she's not pushing him into fatherhood if the baby isn't his. The issue is that he was talking to me about it. He also said he wants to get a maternity test done to make sure the baby is hers. I mean, it's all like equality, Dan. You know, if you have a paternity, you should make sure that she actually is the mother of the baby that's coming out of her. You know, it's good to be sure. Cara is visibly preggo. We know she's preggo because she did a maternity photo shoot and posted it on social media. So it's obvious she's not faking being preggo. Oh, I guess that could be it. Like, if she's adopting something and claiming it's his. I suppose that would make sense for a test. Okay. That has a slight silver lining of logic. We've both seen her in person too, and she's most definitely preggo. Okay, it's less believable that is a question of, like, adopting something and claiming it's someone else's child. Alright, never mind. However, Dan believes that the baby might not be hers. I try to explain to him that that's not how biology works, and unless she got an embryo implanted in her, then she is definitely the mother. She's a waitress and works for minimum wage plus tips, so I doubt she has the money to afford an embryo implantation. Plus, it's ridiculous to think that she would do all that just to baby trap a guy who is unemployed and living with his parents at 32. Yeah, I don't think he would be the primary target for, like, such a conspiracy scheme. Plus, he's never donated sperm. He is genuinely convinced that the baby might not be biological hers, despite not only me, his mom, but other friends explaining that's not how babies and pregnancy works. He is still insisting on a maternity test, and told me that I was being ridiculous, and that I'm the one who doesn't understand biology, despite me studying to be an autopsy pathologist, which has required quite literally years of biology classes. Oh my God. He's literally like a Facebook mom, but a 32-year-old dude being like,
You don't understand how pregnancy works despite your medical degree. Have you tried Googling it? Huh?
I got fed up and called him a senseless idiot and told him to call me when he got his head screwed back on straight. Ever since then, he's been spamming my phone and has gotten a couple of our friends to spam me as well, telling me I'm being insensitive and he's just stressed about possibly being a dad. So am I the bot for calling my friend an idiot? I mean, stress can make you do or say things in the heat of the moment, right? But if he, like, continuously believes this thing, he's just an idiot. I have to know, what is actually the theory about how the baby was formed? Like, let's take it at face value. Somehow, it's possible she got preggo from an egg that was not her own? How does he propose that happened? But not the butthole, what the hell? I've tried asking him his reasoning, and he tried to explain to me something about how when women's menstrual cycles sync up, it's possible for them to share eggs. What? It makes sense to him because Carl lives with 3 other women, and their periods tend to happen around the same time. He thinks one of her roommates could be the true mother. Oh, okay, yes. It's like, if you're on network with several different devices, and you can share files inside the local area network, kind of, and it just cycles like that.
If I am not wrong, it's like, uh, yes, you can get the egg from another woman implanted into your womb, but that won't make it any less of your baby. It will still be your baby because your body provided for it as it did grow. So it would be both of the woman's kid because the one provided the egg cell, the other was the incubator. But because it's not a machine, the egg and the incubator cells mush together. So it still would be her baby.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. It's Bluetooth. He also believed in telegony up until a year ago, but so our friends were able to explain to him why that's not possible. It took way too long for him to understand it though. What is telegony? What on earth is this a new rabbit hole? Telegony. Telegony is a theory of hereditary holding that offspring can inherit characteristic of a previous mate of the female parent. Thus, the child of a woman may partake traits of previous naughty partners. Oh, I've seen that kind of stuff in like incel things when they're like, if a woman is intimate with a man, she is imprinted for life by that man for no apparent reason, and so are the children. Yeah, the random stuff people make up online. Well, I'm gonna say this definitely falls under some bad anatomy. I think it also falls under some fake naughty. Maybe. We're gonna keep it at bad anatomy. Bad anatomy. I would also give it like a little what the frick, because it's so freaking deep, man. What the hell? You're like gone like 3 conspiracy pseudoscience level deep on this one. This is absolutely astounding. Congratulations. I am gonna say though, I will give it like a very tiny, like actually wholesome. Not enough to stamp it, but like an honorable mention that he's actually willing to step up as a dad if the child turns out to be his. So that's actually a little bit wholesome, even though I'm not sure if this person is maybe fit to be a parent, if I'm gonna be honest, based on this.
I have to say, if it was entirely unsafe for someone of that age to be preggo, then the body would just terminate the pregnancy on its own. If a girl has a period.
People die because their bodies can't handle it while in while giving childbirth. That's why doctors are a thing, my dude. Holy.
Then her body has already prepared itself for pregnancy. I haven't been to medical school or anything though, so I could be wrong. Oh,
It's not that you could be wrong. You absolutely are wrong. Get the fuck out of here.
I could be wrong, alright. Oh, I literally said I could be wrong. Then why are you still pushing it? You're like, hey, outrageous, really creepy, nasty statement, but I could be wrong. Hey there, bro, you're wrong. Oh, I said I could be wrong.
What?
I literally said that I could be wrong. A woman can't get preggo before she has her first period, and if she has a period, then her body would be prepared for preggo.
I call caps so hard. You can get pregnant before your first period because the egg comes out, sits down in the mushy cushy, and then the period starts if nothing happened. So, yeah, women can get pregnant before they have the first period because they didn't understand that they still can have eggs this early on. Good sir.
Is all I was saying.
I do love the fact about this, which so many comments also pointed out, that he thinks that nature is some kind of intelligent design where everything is planned. Babies are also born with legs. It doesn't mean that they're ready to run a marathon right when they come out the oven. This is like some Game of Thrones.
Oh, my sweet little flower, you have now bled and you're ready to take on your husband at the ripe age of 12 and a half. Oh, creepy age stuff. Here we go, baby. It's also some fake naughty facts. Also bad anatomy. You bada bing bada boom 3. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, the card is almost filled up. Hey, having a good day, aren't we?
And I said that's not a camel. Horse girls, when they find out the horse their dad bought them is female, and they're crying and being sad. I'm just gonna go over here and it's definitely this. Oh wait, I can do it. There we go, baby. And I would say it's also like a little bit of this. Little bit. We also have another. We have a few bingos. We have like 4 of them. Isn't that? You also like. I'm not really sure they made up a person to get mad about, but it's kind of this one too. You know, they made up a person just to be like. I'm not sure if it's mad, but flabbergasted at the very least, right? At the very least, they're flabbergasted. Single moms posting else. That's such a weird, bitter account. Like, what did single moms ever do to you anyway? Hey, what are you doing?
I'm tired. Going to sleep emoji.
About to pull up, eggplant.
The door is open, daddy. Winky emoji.
I mean, panel 1, friend asked what she's doing, but she's going to bed early tonight, just chilling on her phone bored. Panel 2, romantic partner and or friend with benefits shows up. She decides that sounds fun, and her plans change. This is literally all that I see here, and men do the exact same thing. Like people change plans when something more fun is suggested. It's so weird. It's just, it's also like making up someone to get mad about. This again, this one has like 5 scores. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, can you imagine a person being attracted and interested in intimacy with one individual, but not another? What a mind-blowing concept. That's not like literally every single person alive. Oh my god. Apart from my like little Asian people in the audience. Shout out to the Asian people in the audience. Hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the ace people. Hehe. Looking at you. Wait. I have something for that. No. No. I have something for that. I have something. There we go. Okay. Yeah, shout out to the ace people. Shout out to the ace people.
Yours is perfect, babe. The tight ones hurt. Ooh, yes indeed. Boink. Isn't that just fun? Dating problems. 23-year-old men. Why are all women my age dating 30-year-old men? Who am I supposed to date? 30-year-old women. Why are men my age dating 23-year-old women? Who am I supposed to date? What? This is such a non-problem. Isn't the average age gap between partners in the US and EU 2 to 3 years? Shh. Don't bother incels with facts. They'll just find a way to distort them to their own narrative anyway. It's so absolutely beautiful. It's like making up a person to be mad about, which is not representative of the majority of the population, and it's also like made up statistics. Isn't
Not
that
much.
just beautiful? Wow.
Not much.
Like,
Just
why
doing
are
a
all
little
I
shout
don't think
out.
I know anyone like
Milady.
around me that
Just
yeah,
doing
the
a
typical age
milady
gaps are
shout out.
very much like 2 to 3 years. Like with everyone I know. You know, on occasion you can have slightly more of an age gap, and that can be fine as well. But like this isn't the major norm. 23-year-olds typically don't date 30-year-olds. That's not the statistical norm.
Let's confuse all the girls. Look left and right, and one is 99%, but the right one is 2%. You get it? Fellow men, how you like only listen with one of the... Yeah, girls don't get this. Because women, am I right?
Rage fuel foids turn into such sleuths when they become 11 years old. Well, that's the wildest title I've read in a while. Let's get into it, shall we? I remember how happy my niece was. She always said, "Hi," when I visited, came running to me, wanted me to play, etc. Always happy. Now she won't even have eye contact with me when I visit, or acknowledge I'm even there. I'm basically nothing to her. She never says hi, only stares into her phone or the TV. When my mom or dad visits, they may get greeted as well as my older brothers. I am beginning to think that everyone hates you because you don't have a GF. Since I am the only one of her relatives who doesn't have a partner. My younger niece and my nephew is different. They say hi to me, greet me, etc. Sometimes they want to play, not very happy, but they still acknowledge that I am there. It is sad, really, how arrogant and slutty foids become when they turn 11. You're telling me a family member, doesn't really want to acknowledge you, and you rant angrily about an 11-year-old being a foid and a sleut. And to your mind, it's like impossible why anyone wouldn't want to be close to this like dashing, glowing example of a man. Wow. I can tell she thinks I'm a weirdo who should leave the house ASAP. I wonder why. What a mystery of the universe. You know, is the universe infinite? What happened before the Big Bang? Is this person a weirdo who should leave the house? All because she's programmed by TikTok videos starring Chads and pretty boys, so she won't even acknowledge sub-5 men anymore. I really, really doubt that's the case. Are you telling me that you're not hot enough for your 11-year-old niece to pay attention to you, so she's...
That's the whole purpose. I will add a sword pointed at Chad. Just because of the funnies.
a sleuty foid? Are you that insecure? Holy fucking shit, man. Bro, she's 11. No kid thinks adults are cool at that age. Imagine having so much internalized hate that being ignored by a child causes you to have a meltdown and call them a sleut. Yeah, I'm gonna bump this under some creepy age stuff. And I would put it here, make up a person to get mad about. But the worst thing is that they're just being mad about stuff they have, like, made up and escalated in their mind. Is not even a made up person. That's the worst part. So I can't even put one there. God, it's so frustrating. No,
I should have had a bingo thing with like complete lack of self-awareness. That would have been pretty accurate.
ooh.
Just
Okay.
being a menace on
Can I have
stream.
your email address?
I only use email for work and business.
No, I understand. I really wanted to know more about you and see what God have for us in the future. What do you think about that?
God, how old are you?
I'm 55.
There is literally a 30-year age gap difference between us. If God had a future for us, you would have been born later.
Age are just a number, and grammar is just letters. How old are you?
Age is just a number. Subtract 30 from your age.
You still haven't answered my question yet.
Subtract 30 from 55.
You're both old and dumb. God.
Nobody told me there would be math about when I was creeping on girls online. What is this scam?
That is like so embarrassing. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus, oh my God.
It's a Grammy, and it's kids. I won. No, you didn't.
How about this? You know, I have a absolutely rambunctious theory here. What if, subjectively speaking, both could have won depending on what they wanted to do with their life? Isn't that beautiful? We got women versus women, bam, for no good reason whatsoever.
I want to say something about that, but I have some struggles sometimes with the simplest math, and I'm just, yeah.
You won an award, but the award isn't worth anything, 'cause baby.
Damn. One thing about posts like this that I always find kind of interesting to have a little mind game with, considering that, for example, you show this to a younger relative who's a man who might be a younger age, who's a bit like, has listened a bit more too much of the Twitter alpha male stuff, and he's like, yeah, but you have to have a point, right? The babies and stuff. Imagine how you would feel if this comic was made about you. Oh, your achievement doesn't matter because you don't have a baby. You know, it's so patronizing. I think any person, regardless of gender or identity or anything, would feel incredibly patronized and rightfully pissed off if a comic like this was made about their life choices. It's a very easy experiment to just do if someone isn't convinced about how messed up this really is. It's a pretty little good trick.
Most men don't understand you don't have to touch a woman to R-word her.
What? Men now avoid women at work, another sign we're being punished for hashtag #MeToo. And then there's a meme with the Grim Reaper, the concept of love, the family unit.
Yeah, no, normal men don't do this. Normal men know exactly where the line is and don't cross it, because it's pretty freaking obvious what is appropriate in the workplace and what is not. Predators, on that note, almost always know perfectly well they're wrong, but they just don't care. And they think they'll get away with it, and now that they don't as often, they freak out.
I've never liked these kind of thing that this original post did, because it's appealing to a very strange demographic, and it's also like nitpicking very oddly specific things and pretending it's the norm. I don't like that. Most people just get along as colleague, perfectly normal, you know? Are there false allegations in the world? Yeah, there are. Is it the majority of things that happen, according to the statistics? No, they're not. And to pretend that, you know, oh my God, workplaces are just segregated now. No. Come on, get off Twitter. You're chronically online, please. Attention! It's prohibited to enter. 1. Without decent dress. 2. Wear a short, long pants. 3. For men and women with long hair, you have to tie your hair. 4. To stay away during your period for the ladies. Okay. 5. Wear a wet dress. What is 5. Do not climb on the holy building. Thank you for visiting. How would you know though? How would you know anyone is on their period? No? For the ladies. If you can't spell ladies, I'm gonna assume that you don't really know what you're talking about with anything else regarding this either. Z's, thank you.
You do not owe anyone naughties. Not on the first date, not on the fifth.
I want to point out the last post, the person paid money to get this sign. Not just having the thought, but also paying money to get the sign.
Date, not in the first month, not in the first year. Make choices you actually want to make. Have high standards for the type of person you share physical intimacy with.
Actually, you can absolutely owe someone naughties.
Huh?
If you get treated to a date and go home with the guy, you owe him naughties. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No things can.
Good that you let all of us know that we should stay the fuck away from you. Proud of you. Proud of you of openly displaying and confessing such a thing that everyone should take care of the kids around you.
Happen and you might change your mind, which is okay. And that is on you. You should be apologetic and understand that you're the one
Ooh, that's a lot of slime running off this post, isn't it? Juicy. And no, this is absolutely freaking unhinged. You know, if someone buys you a drink or something, doesn't mean that they owe you their body. Are you kidding me? No, not in the least. If you want to talk relationships and stuff, it's the kind of thing that you never owe the other person anything. That is a really weird way of seeing it. If it's a healthy relationship and both people in the relationship are interested in intimacy, you should want to do it, I would say, because it's a sign of genuine attraction and healthy relations, but it's not the same as owing someone something. You know, that it's a two-way street, and it's not like supposed to be forced. This is absolutely unhinged.
No man wants a woman who.
We don't care.
Yeah, the same thing here. The same thing. Just switch the roles. If you're not convinced how like annoying this actually is as a man, so to say, just switch the roles. Imagine like a woman starting to tell you, like,
We want a man who dresses in a maid dress and that kind of stuff, which
I'm gonna definitely rock anyway. But like it becomes so weirdly patronizing. You know, you can get quite far in life by just assuming that people, despite not being the same gender as you, are just like normal adults who are just like going about their life and have their priorities and stuff. You know, you can do that. It's a wild concept.
More women than ever before are not getting married due to feminism. There are the same people who claim that feminism is just about equality. Sure it is. Did you consider that men can't get married now because they're being denied a wife?
What do you mean denied being a wife? What do you mean that they have a choice, that they're not forced to get married to even have basic rights in society anymore? Yeah, that's no, come on, man.
Sounds like an attack on men to me.
What do you mean attack on you maybe, but it's not an attack. It's just that there are better things to do with your life, you know? If this is the attitude you have towards relationships and stuff, I can see why people wouldn't want to be stuck in it with you. The two sisters were shocked when a Toronto landlord raised their rent by $7,000 a month. Holy crap. At first we thought he can't be serious when we received this notice, and we were just very shocked. The landlord had told them he wanted to raise the rent to $3,500, and when they complained, he decided to raise it to $9,500. Oh my god.
Always can offer him the box. It's like a Visa card. Can pay anything with that.
Oh yes indeed, you see, abusive landlord tactics in a messed up housing market. What's the solution? Selling your body to creepy landlords. Whee! I mean, I'm not even sure this would just go into public creeping. It's like really bad. It's like really bad. Also like wild expectations. Like, do you think this is normal? But you know, if your landlord is being abusive with the contracts and that kind of
The
stuff,
abuse check mark is
allow him
missing.
access to your body. It's My favorite conspiracy to this date is that all these posts like this are just made by aliens who are probing human social norms to see what they can get away with and where the lines are. That is much more comforting than this being actual people.
I wanna quote a post someone made. There was something about Photoshop, and the teacher said, "My kids know better than that." And I would say, aliens have probably more brain cells to not do something like that.
If you don't get married, who is going to clean the gutters and mow the lawn?
Me.
Hmm.
What a
Literally
mind-blowing
me.
concept. Jesus. And to be fair, most of the people in our generation won't be able to afford a house either because the market is so messed up. You see, it solved itself. No one has to cut lawns. Lawns are a thing of the past.
God damn it.
Wifey requirements. Virgin. Sub 5 bodies. You see, if you have sub 5 bodies, you're a virgin. Unvaccinated.
Homophobic. Okay, we haven't even gone through the whole list yet, but I'm gonna give you a little wild expectations. It's not even like I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to
Let's
put it.
take
It's not like
notes
high
on who we
expectations.
should
It's just
avoid.
wild expectations.
Feminine.
We should
More
stay
than
away
24 years old.
the fuck away from.
You know, at least it's more than 24 years old, but I seriously doubt this person knows the difference between the crocodile mouths. I think they meant less than 24. I'm gonna be honest.
Transphobic. Dishwasher. God-fearing daddy's girl.
Beautiful, racist, across. Wait, is that emoji like they should be racist or that they should not be racist? This is a confusing list.
And a cook.
Wow, that's amazing. You want a homophobic anti-vaxxer who loves doing the dishes, who is also racist and beautiful. I don't. You know what? Just for a little treat, we're gonna give this a little extra one in here. Just to make sure.
I'm pretty sure everything else besides the chicken mark beautiful, easy. Thousands of women out there. But I miss the beautiful chicken mark.
But we got that wild expectations down because, damn, least it said above 24 and not below 24. But I can't trust that he knows those symbols apart. I'm pretty sure this disgusting fricker mixed him up. I think so too. I would be shocked if he actually meant over 24. Yeah, me too. That would be flabbergasting. Those values, oftentimes in these individuals, are a Venn diagram, and it's a circle. A history of the relationship between women and video.
Oh yeah, the age thingy checker would not be met and the beautiful checker. But my bad.
games throughout the years.
La, look at this loser in his video games. La, look at this loser in his video games. La, look at this loser in his video games. La, look at this loser in his video games. Why would anyone give me attention? The cake is a lie. XD. Girls can play games too, you know. I'm a girl gamer.
Okay, well that's
Okay, let's go back and see what this list was about. 2006 means I would be 9 years old. Yeah, I think it's accurate a little bit because Milady and I started to uh play on weekends around when I was 11, so yeah. It's
Girls
almost
can play games
over.
too, you know. I'm a
Please, I need a
girl
mod.
gamer.
okay. Well, that has a bit of truth to it. Though, like the quirky area of like 2007 to 2010 were wild. Not only because of gamer girls, but random XD was pretty wild.
Girls are just as good as guys, pretty much. Video games are sexist. Video games must cater to our needs. A man killed me in a game. I was practically R-worded. Gamers are dead. You're an idiot if you think you were ever bullied, and it's your fault if you were. I'll buy this game just to trigger man children. Video games need need to revise history to include minorities. Donate to my Patreon so I can play video games naked.
I mean, I'm gonna pop this doozy right in the there's a lot in this corner. Make up a person to get mad about is very popular nowadays. I mean, sure, you might have seen people act like this, but there's a vast difference between like, hey, here's this one silly person who went viral as a meme because they said something stupid, versus this is the norm across the board of all whammons. You know, it's a pretty wild difference.
I am so effing sick of being a virgin. 37 years, girls are nothing but teasers and hoss, even ugly breeders and roasties.
I cannot imagine why any woman would not want to be close to you. This just sparkles like fun at parties.
Being nice doesn't matter to any of them.
Well, that's lucky in that case, I guess, because you are not nice.
Putting this out there, if I don't get vids from 20 hotties doing very God, I'm gonna dose. Oh no, I can't read this paragraph. I'm serious. Vids from 20 girls, or it's
you have until January the 1st. So they're essentially trying to like blackmail the public into like 20 people signing up and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna send pics to this fine gentleman.
Nothing says nice guy, right? Like blackmailing people for pics.
Oh, yes, indeed. You say being nice doesn't matter. Lucky for you. Why, girls? Why? Angry emojis. It's a vaccine. Ah! And it's piercings in an ear. And just happy and don't care. You see, why, girls? You see, why? And I'm gonna put this and make up a person to get mad about and using like a random stock photo of some person. But also, like, piercings hurt, man. No one said they don't hurt. Are you daft?
If sex work is work, what is wrong with a male colleague asking his female subordinate for a BJ? Because according to the pro-naughty work industry, being coerced into giving a man a BJ is the same as making a spreadsheet. The outrage over this tweet proves my point that naughty work isn't like any other form of labor. So when lib-fems use this argument to try and justify the trade, just know that they're being
Sir, 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 sir. If you think that being a junior to anyone in any kind, sense, shape, or form, you have to give your superior a blowjob. Oh, do I have some people to introduce to you who you will be the junior to? And it's a lot of people with a dick. And not just men. You're welcome. Equality.
genuine and stupid.
Yes, naughty work is naughty work. Your colleague at work did not choose to do naughty work. You're asking for a BJ in exchange for money should be naughty harassment and highly illegal in the United States. If professional boxing is a real job, how come I get arrested for punching my coworker? Actually, incredibly perfect rebuttal. I don't think we need to add anything to this. That is beautiful. But before we move on, I'm gonna put this under slightly like what the frick, because that is absolutely... It's also like a bit victim blaming, right? It's kind of like, oh, if other women choose to do a specific line of work, how come I can't coerce my coworkers that have nothing to do with that line of work into doing the same? You answer me that? And then you just claim that it's a public boxing ring and you just smack him. Okay,
Thanks
disclaimer.
for the
Don't actually go
follow.
around smacking people, but it is a really funny comeback.
How it feels when I'm on a period and I don't have 1800 milligrams of ibuprofen in my system. It's not normal for periods to be cripplingly painful, and I do wish more young women understood this. My take is that spiritually leftist women over-exaggerate and lean into the pain of normal female things like periods and prego and birth, because it gives them another avenue to be a victim and thereby feel important when they have nothing else to offer the world.
Yes, you know, a natural function of the body may or may not be more painful or more intense for different people. What a mind-blowing concept. No, it's just attention-seeking, says Mega. Great take, Mega. I think we can disregard this one. If you're having very serious pains and that kind of stuff, go get it checked on. Even if you're not sure if it is a problem, go get it checked on. And that goes for a lot of things with bodies or health or even mental stuff as well. If you think there might be something that is an issue, it's better to get it checked and get a no than like not doing anything at all. Sometimes you can also get like weird bias answer depending on if you're unlucky in the health industry, depending on country and depending on a lot of things, but it's worth getting checked on. This person's take is garbage. Here we got a little graph. Oh man, I love myself a bit of math, and here's a picture of okay. I see what happened there. That's pretty wild, man. I seriously doubt most of the pictures on these platforms are even real to begin with. Like, the amount of doctoring and stuff that goes into these pictures is wild. If you ever looked at these pictures and be like, why don't I look like that? Go to a subreddit called Instagram Reality. I even made a video on it myself a while back, which compares like these super overly filtered, retouched pictures with what reality actually looks like. TLDR, social media isn't real. Not even close. Not even to mention like the makeup and the generous light and the generous angles and the professional photography and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention people that are in it are like professional models that work out like 8 hours a day. And then of course it's also photoshopped, and if you're a man there's a lot of steroids in there, and so on and so forth. Like, this isn't an accurate representation of life. Not even the models in the pictures look like that. If I put it that way, it's not a good standard to set. So I would put this under bad anatomy. Bada bing, bada boom. Pushing like unrealistic expectations that aren't real, especially to young people, is bad. It has been proven over and over again that if you spend more and more time on, for example, Instagram, there is more likelihood that you get depressed. It's really sad. Unrealistic body expectations without the transparency on how to achieve that picture is never good for anyone. And I think it's something that is important to be talked about. And I think it's that kind of thing, sadly, that most people understand on an objective level, but it still gets to you on like a deeper emotional level. You know, humans are a bit complicated, and that seems to be the case. Most people understand it perfectly fine when you talk about these things, but there's a difference between understanding it objectively and feeling it, you know?
I have no hymen.
Then no diamond. No hymen, no diamond. God, this is so stupid. I felt myself losing brain cells reading this. Oh my God. But on your positive note, would you have a shuffle? It also, like, it's fake naughty facts just baked in there. It's a little bit between the lines, but it's definitely
Please
there.
put a stamp
Did you
on a
know
main
the average
road
woman has
with...
naughties with over 1,000 different men before she reaches the age of 30.
That's from
But
last
okay,
video.
First off, this is made up statistics. What the frick? And like fake naughty facts. But then again, you know, one thing that blows my mind about this specific post and like the ridiculous of the numbers, wouldn't this mean that, you know, the average would be roughly the same on the other side of the gender spectrum? You know, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, where do all those dudes come from? Or is it like the same 1,000 dudes that have naughties with all of the women in a country? Is that how it works? Maybe that's what they mean. That could actually be what they mean with this, which is also kind of silly. How girls make money.
I'm gonna marry a rich man. I'm gonna sell naked pictures to strangers.
How boys make money. I'm gonna work 78 hours this week. I'm gonna invent something. This is like, it's so silly because you cherry pick like 0.01% of both sides of the gender spectrum and like make this meme as if it's the average. Most men don't work 78 hours a week. Most women don't marry rich or sell nudes. I'm just gonna be honest. Asian wife.
I love you for who you are. God has given me a great husband. We will have cute children like their dad. I want to raise them to be Christian like us. Naughties is a blessing from God. I want to make you happy. I want us to always enjoy each other.
Aryan W word. I guess a goddess like me will have to settle for you. I should have married Chad when I was young. I already have a son with Tyrone.
This feels like a meme from like 2016.
I already have a son with Tyrone. You'll just have to accept it or you'll find someone else. I don't feel like it right now. What are you going to do for me, pig?
This again. This one is like, Jesus Christ, how often do people just make up stuff to be mad about? My God. You've that gorgeous blonde hair. Why do you dye the roots black? I'm gonna say this is a bad anatomy there. I'm gonna be honest, fam, but also it's pretty funny. It's like a little bit harmless, to be honest. It's very funny. Here's a girl who probably had a cast or something on her leg, and oh my God, hair grows out when you don't shave it. Oh, what an absolute mind-blowing concept. The family agrees.
I was just scrolling on YouTube Shorts. You make me feel like I'm going to vomit. Your legs are boy legs. You wear shorts in public. You haram. You're the most haram person in the world. You're single and you stink like poo.
When 12-year-old Timmy has been convinced by Twitter he is an alpha male, that is a combination of demographics I hoped I would never see, but here we are, baby. Wall Pilots Workout, the ultimate 30 days of wall pilots. Look at this. Transform your body. Yeah, you know, when I look at this, it's odd that her butt is on the front of her legs. That's pretty wild. If you're going for like body transformations that are very
Oh, my
drastic,
lord.
there you go, baby. Reply to comment.
Children don't have periods, women do. Hope this helps. When you have your period, you're now a woman. And if you never have one, sue your mom.
Oh, my lord, please shoot me down, strike me down, please. Can someone chuck a trident with channeling at me, please, a few times? I don't want to have to hear this. I want to get rid of the memory of it.
Lol.
Ugh. Oh yes, indeed. This is some Game of Thrones stuff again. Oh my God, you're the ripe age of 11 when you blossom, bloody flower, and all that. It's time to marry a king. Great.
I love this guy. Okay, I love this guy. We are gonna love this guy. He's gonna explain it in the most best way possible. I love this guy. This guy right here. We love this guy on TikTok. I haven't watched anything about this guy, but I love his I love his I love it. I love it. Okay.
I'll tell them. Women aren't looking for nice guys. In fact, the phrase nice guy, let me tell you the problem with nice guys. First off, being nice isn't a flex. That's what you're supposed to be. Expecting women to want you because you're a nice guy.
Mhm.
It's like expecting women to want you because you shower regularly.
It's like the base
You shower
thing.
regularly, right? At some point during your childhood, somebody told you that if you want a girl to like you, all you have to do is be nice to them. They lied. I'm sorry, that's not true. That is not
The
enough.
bar is really low.
You need more than that. Do you understand? And this bitterness when a girl you like fucks someone that's not you, what's that about? Who did they fuck? Somebody with more than niceness, right? Somebody who was charismatic, maybe? Who looked good, who smelled good, who was funny? Somebody more interesting than you, right? Yeah. Let me break this down for you. If you're feeling bitterness, that means you feel like you deserved something and you didn't get it, right? You feel like you deserved her, right? Because you're so nice.
Yeah, it's entitlement.
No, stop being entitled.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with you? That's not how any of this works. Sometimes you'll put your best foot forward and someone still won't like you because they just don't like you. That's life. Being bitter about it is childish. Move on. Another thing about nice guys, your niceness is always conditional.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're nice right up until the point where you realize that they're not going to sleep with you. And after that, they are every name in the book. They're ugly, they're sluts, they're all, everything.
Which is also
As soon
really
as you
ironic,
find out
right?
They don't like you, they're everything. Your niceness is so fake. That's why women aren't looking for niceness no more. If your niceness is conditional, then it's just manipulation. And another thing, y'all only nice to people that you find attractive. Let her be someone you don't find attractive and see how not nice you treat her. And the last thing is how y'all get mad at women when they fuck somebody who y'all think is not a good guy. They say they want good dudes, but then they always blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Let's say someone asks me what kind of food I like because they're ordering food for everybody. And I say, I like a good steak. And they say, well, we got McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Wendy's. I'm going to pick McDonald's, Taco Bell, or Wendy's. That doesn't mean I lied about the steak. Steak just wasn't available. Good steak is hard to come by. By the same token, if I say I don't really like McDonald's, but they brought in an extra burger and I haven't eaten, I might just eat the McDonald's. It doesn't change the fact that I want the steak. My point is this. Spend less time trying to be a nice guy and spend more time trying to be a good man. Spend less time mad about who somebody else is with and more time becoming a more interesting person. Work on yourself, okay?
Bitterness is never an attractive trait in
Yes,
anybody,
yes.
for that matter. If you want to be interesting to people, you have to ask yourself, okay, what does someone gain out of being with
love
me?
this
And I
guy.
don't mean transactional.
love
I
this
mean
guy.
like in general. This goes for friendships, it goes for romantic partners, it goes in general. Like, are you genuinely just fun to be around? Do people genuinely want to hang out with you? Do you have
I
something
like
to
this guy.
contribute in terms of conversation, in terms of fun, in just terms of good vibes, or just like being a kind person, which is the baseline thing. You know, I personally don't hang out with people I don't think are nice. That's like the prerequisite, the very basic thing for doing anything beyond that point. I don't do business with people who I don't think are nice. I don't hang out with people's friends who I don't think are nice. I definitely never date anyone I don't think are nice. It's like a super baseline. But that's not where that you can't stop there. You can't stop there. Can you imagine if someone came to me and be like, "Oh, let's do TheClick. I am nice." Okay? Yeah, I expect basic decency from a business partner, but what do you have to offer? No, I'm really nice. What? Because it doesn't. The logic is incredibly flawed. But on a positive note, I would like to put this in actually wholesome. That's a good little video. Hell yeah. And it's good. It's good to think about these kind of things. And I do hope we see an improvement in these kind of trends, because my God, Twitter and all of this like stuff that we see being spread nowadays, and all the wild theories and all the bitterness and that kind of thing is. I don't know. It makes me sad about the state of social media sometimes, doesn't it? But at least we have little cutesy corners like this on the internet, don't we? Thank you so much for dropping by this cutesy corner of the internet. I do hope you have an amazing rest of your day, because you do deserve it. And I will see you in the very next video. Take care. Mwah.
Let's see. Okay. We get that out and boop. And we put that away and make a little something. Okay. Okay. You also like the Thea, let's be honest. You like food. You like food. I don't know why I turned Russian way, but you do like food. You do like food, milady. You do like food. You do like the food. um yeah, I'm let's get some music going. Let's get some music. Uh, okay. So it's at least not completely silent. Here we go. Oh my god, the music is not going. I'm gonna lose it. Why is the music not working? There we go. Oh my god, at the beginning of the stream it was the music. Anyway. Stream rates. Let's see. Can I rate this person? Can I rate her? Is it possible? Yes, I can rate her! Woo! Okay, let's get all into the raid, and I just like her. I just like her. I like her voice, her ASMR. It's nice and cozy. She has in her text the word mommy. It's not me that's weird, okay? It's not me. It's not me. Also, we all have parental issues here, so. One topic is on by. No. I'm reading gloomy. I'm reading gloom. I'm reading the gloom. I'm not chicken out. So yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow again because it's also a holiday. So yeah. Okay. Uh, See you then, and have and greet Lumi, and be nice. Bye. Okay.